The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD BLACK NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WD BLACK Esports Club Pro League for Rainbow Six Siege, supported by Ubisoft and in association with ACD Fibernet and AFK Gaming. I'm your host, Blackjack. Joining me is my co-host, Baba Gusta, and I'm Foxy, as we are here for the semi-final and the final of the qualifier stage of Season 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is all to decide which team will win and go forward to the division stages. One team will make it out of this stage alive. Unfortunately, there's only one semifinal on stream. The other one's happening offline, and we will update you on the result of that as soon as we get it ourselves. But on the other hand, we do have a semifinal on stream for you guys, and this is a good one because one of these teams we just saw play. That is right, Pandavas will be taking on Fearless Esports on the map of Consulate. Fearless are attacking and Pandavas are defending. Pandavas, of course, are the team that we saw just a minute ago, well, not a minute ago, an hour ago, who took on R6S Esports on the map of Oregon and won that match 7-4. Their aggression, their confidence, and commitment to their strategies paid off even when R6S Esports looked like they were mounting a comeback. And now they are here. One more hurdle to go, and then one more after this before they can call themselves a division team in Season 1 of the WD BLACK Esports Club Pro League for Rainbow Six Siege. Baba Gusta, co-host, my friend, how do you do?
I'm doing absolutely great, Jack. And the match that we are going to see is going to be more amazing as ever. Pandava is
Oh,
going
yes.
against Fearless Esports, but this time we're going to be seeing a map Consulate. Now, Consulate is a very interesting match, especially for both the attackers and defenders. It's going to be quite interesting to see how well the attack strategy is going to be, because most of the time when the execution phase comes, it's quite rare to see some of the attackers gaining control on piano room, especially when the site is on basement. But I just have a lot of hopes with him. So without further ado, let's not waste any time and begin our match of Felix Esports going up against Pandavas on map Consulate. It's going to be interesting as we proceed to the ban phase in this particular matchup. Well, talking about the ban phase, it shouldn't be that. It should be a standard map, standard bans, as I like to call it, because according to the previous matchup when they were going up against R6S Esports, they did, however, banned the Thatcher as well as the Nomad, because it is quite important to ban operators like these, especially on attack. and especially on the side of and on the map of Consulate, as well as many other maps which favor on the side of Nomad. But this time Felis Esports is going to be banning the Blackbeard. Now Blackbeard, we've quite seen a lot of bans coming, taking out Blackbeard in some specific matchups, but it's we rarely seen Blackbeard being banned on map Consulate. But here we are, the defender bans comes in, and Mira will be the one who's going to be taking away, and I believe either a Valkyrie or a Maestro will be in order.
Well, we'll find out in just a quick second. As the last ban, the timer counts down for it, and the Pandavas are actually going to ban Clash. That's interesting right there. Clash will be the one taken off the board alongside Mira in the defender's side of things in the ban phase, ladies and gentlemen. That is your ban phase done and dusted. Thatcher, Blackbeard, Mira, and Clash. Blackbeard, of course, mostly a Consulate-specific ban, because and sometimes Coastline, of course, but mostly Blackbeard bans happen on this map, that is Consulate. A fantastic map in and of its own right. Not particularly as one-sided as some of the other maps that we have, of course, in the competitive map pool of Rainbow Six Siege, but more on that on a different time. As right now, let's have a quick look at both of the rosters on the lobby. From the side of Pandavas, we've got Bhima, Nakula, Sadeva, Yudhishthir, and Arjuna. And from the side of Felis Esports, we've got Venitas, King Arthur, Pazu, Leo, and Kibash. Okay, nice name right there. As I think we saw a 6-pick ticket being used, but I don't think anybody was actually 6-picked right there from the side of Felis Esports, who are actually attacking, and Pandavas are defending. They have decided to go for the ever so standard play of going on second floor console. Honestly, at this point, we should just stop calling it standard, because everybody's going to do that anyway. But I'll work on that in my free time. As that's an interesting deployable shield that Nakula is trying to place down right there, as we can see. He's trying to put it as close to the reinforcement as he can, but of course you can't get too close. So this is, I think, the minimum distance that he can actually put that down on. And there's probably going to be a rotate behind him, potentially a peek hole that he can use to stand up and shoot at enemy attackers on the double console window. Fairly interesting right there from the smoke. We'll have to see. Of course, we know Nakula, when it comes to playing smoke, the man loves his FMG9 instead of the shotgun. And of course, he brings the SMG as and when required, SMG 11. But the FMGO is actually spawn peeking with that. Look at him. Look at the bravery on this man. He is not afraid of taking those early peeks, not in the slightest. However, he's not going to find anybody on that spawn peek, unfortunately for him. As in the meanwhile, Felis Esports are going to be employing an Iana and an Amaru. Those are going to go up all the way to the roof, nice and safely. G8A1 and holographic sight in hand. Nothing too aggressive coming out, but however, this yellow stairs window is being marked out by the Iana. Flashbangs are being thrown in left, right, and center. Grenade goes in as well. That is, of course, the yellow stairs. Dump everything towards anybody sitting here strat. We've gotten to see that on social media quite a lot. I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, no way, there's that much utility being put towards this area. But sometimes you get to see it. Today, however, Yudhishthir will be alive for all of it, for the most part anyway. As, yeah, nothing big happening just yet. No bodies lost. And there's a rappel on the double console window. All right, I can see that. That might just be the Amaru, though I'm not entirely certain who that is. Bhima, on the other hand, is an admin. There's somebody upside down rappelling towards admin, mind you, and somebody's on connector. That is the Nomad, already on connector. Kibash, he's waiting to go for a peek right there. Potential inside. Okay, Sadeva with the Capcan shotgun. He's going to have to play pretty close range to his enemies this round. Will he be able to, or will they catch him before he can get too close? Nakula, in the meanwhile, very low on HP. It looks like he's trying to fight connector and console window at the same time. He's going to have to fall back. However, connector, that is the Nomad, is aware of the smoke, trying to make some moves here. And oh, Arjuna's going to go down in the meanwhile. We just switched to him to see him get shot by Pazu. That is the ace on the double console rappel. And there's more shots, but the Jaeger will miss, and he'll be traded in by Iana. That's unfortunate. Nakula's been down as well, leaving Bhima and Sadeva, the last two standing. Amaru's going to rappel up into sight. Kibash takes down Bhima, and Sadeva is the last one standing, shotgun in hand, but he's not in range of any of these attackers to try and take them down. He needs to get close, but no, Yellow Stairs will spot him, and Venitas will take him down before he can do any damage whatsoever. Felis Esports will start things strong with a flawless round for themselves on board, and they're going to go 1-0 up on Consulate.
Well, a very great orchestrated form of attack on the side of Felix Esports. They were just waiting for that right moment to get those one perfect kill, and when they did, and all they had to do was to just execute on the side, and then bodies started to drop on the side of Team Pandavas. So round two will be in play, and the site is going to be on second floor console office yet again. We actually did see, to be quite frank, this was a flawless round coming in on the side of Felix Esports. They're just waiting for the right moment to eliminate it, as we're going to be seeing a six pick coming in, as King Arthur is going to be changing from the Amaru to the Ash. Now, when it comes to a map like Consulate, we've seen quite a lot of increase pick rate on Amaru. I mean, don't get me wrong, Amaru is one of the most challenging operators when it comes to getting into the side, way much more faster thanks to her Gara hook, which also gives her the ability to eliminate one or two roamers, especially on a short map like Consulate. So picking Amaru would be a best pick if you're trying to surprise the opponents. But since in using the same operator again twice or thrice in a row would actually has a chance for the defenders to adapt to it. So hopefully going with that six pick, maybe for Team Pandavas, they will be much more aware of knowing that there is an Amaru being in play. But we'll see how it goes out. The action phase will be in play yet again, as we're going to be seeing Leo playing as the Iana quite surprisingly. He's just waiting for that flashbangs coming in from the Ash. She will, however, throw it in the windows of the yellow stairs, followed up with the frag grenade. But for now, they just need to make sure that there isn't any spawn peaks being made on the side of Team Pandavas, and unfortunately, they won't have to worry about it. All they have to do is just drone it out. An excellent drone works are coming in on the side of Felix Esports, and all they have to do is just wait for that right moment. As Jaeger, he was flashed for a moment there, but for what cause? Here comes the Gemini replicator from the Iana. She tries to push in, finds to at least find one, and in which he will eventually find one. But Jaeger will be there to reposition himself back to the waiting room, in which he needs to be worried about the connector as well as the bathroom's window now. Frag grenades being coming in just to make sure to eliminate Jaeger, but no, that was at the wrong position here, as he's going to waste one of his frag grenades here. And quite frankly, Iana doesn't have any more frag grenades, which could prove to be quite efficient for the defenders, so that they can be able to hold out their angles without being able to worry about some of the utilities coming in from the attackers. Another flashbang being thrown from the connector, making sure that there isn't any ADSs or ADSs or my magnet nades. So we're going to be seeing a Gemini replicator yet again from the yellow stairs, confirming that there isn't any operators being present, as Pazu will be there to eliminate Arjun, an important kill, and it would give them clear saying that it would be wise for them to go plant on the default side of console office, while Leo is holding on the yellow stairs, which should give them confirmation. All they have to do is to just wait for the bodies to drop on the side of Pandavas. Keep that in mind that already one player on the side of Team Pandavas is gone. Make that two, as Leo will be there to eliminate one. Here comes the heavy aggression from the Jaeger. Fails yet again, as Leo gets another kill, eliminating Yudhishthira, which leads to the castle going for the shot, and he will get it, eliminating one. Make that a two, as Sahadeva gets a double kill, eliminating two important players on the side of Felix Esports. But at what cost? The diffuser has already been planted, and with that, they have to clutch this one out on a 2v3 situation here. Post-plan situation on Team Pandavas, as Felix Esports is very strong on this one. They have three players. King Arthur with 20 HP, Venatus with a stronghold on the offices of console office. Push coming in on the side of Castle, as he's trying to push in from the long desk, but it's not going to work out well. Sadeva has been eliminated, which leads to Nakula with the MP5. He needs to find some opportunities here. He will find one, eliminating King Arthur, though. Will he find another one? Yes, he will. He's going to eliminate Venatus, but at what cost? He still needs to find out the exact location of where Pazu is. Goes for the disable, but Pazu will be there with the inverted repel, eliminating Nakula, which would give Felix Esports winning round 2 on second floor console office yet again. Let's take a look at that in Act Fibernet's instant replay. What great patience coming in. What a great drone works being coming in from Felix Esports, droning in, figuring it out where exactly the operators positioning was. I mean, you actually did get to see how well that they used flashbangs as well as the frag grenades to at least make sure that the defenders won't be able to defend on yellow stairs, as Iana just pushes in, make sure that they won't be able to, go to the yellow stairs yet again, as he went with the plant. Now, round 3, basement cafeteria is going to be the side, as Team Felix Esports have won 2 successful attack rounds in a row. It's going to be a matter of time where what kind of plays that Team Pandavas is going to be doing on. 6 coming in, as Leo is going to be changing from the Iana to the Buck.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs.
Alright then, basement garage is the side of choice, and Fearless Esports have taken a very strong 2-round lead already. The first one was, of course, all about the kills, a flawless round at that, and then the second round getting the plant and holding the post-plant situation, even when the Mute and the Wamai tried to bring it back for themselves. It didn't quite work out, unfortunately, as right now, this match is gonna get interesting the way this is going, because Pandavas, they did make some good mid-match,
10 seconds remaining.
impromptu revisions to the way that they play and their strategies and whatnot, and they're gonna have to do something similar here, because the way they started defending Console Office has not worked out at all. They've gone down to basement on a garage and cafeteria. They've got the hatches reinforced. They've got the cap cannon play, and Nakula barely makes it out of Visa office before getting shot on the pre-fires on the door of Visa, of course. As it goes, whenever attackers spawn towards that side, they usually pre-fire towards Visa door, just to make sure it's open and clean entry and all that stuff. Leo, in the meanwhile, Buck with Claymores, always a sad sight to see, is going to put down that Claymore on the yellow stairs window, making sure that the door's going to be covered regardless, but the window is also covered for a potential jump from yellow stairs. Speaking of Leo, he's brought the Bucks, given that Buck is one of the soft breach specialists of Team Rainbow. It's interesting to see that how he's going to be used and what vertical angles that are going to be cleared out, from the Buck in this particular situation. Is this overall Fearless Esports? I'm interested to see how they go about making their plays and their executes. They need to set it up, of course. They need to clear some utility as a Capcan tattoo goes off or somewhere elsewhere on the map. We did see the screen shake, and another explosive goes off. That's a breach charge, presumably, as that's going to take care of the bandit batteries. There we go. Sadeva's bandit batteries are going to be taken care of in just a quick second. We've got Kabash low on HP after trying to fight somebody on vertical, I assume. And there's Leo upside down rappel taking out those bandit batteries, but no, a C4 comes out from Yudhishthir, takes down Kabash. Finally, the Nomad is off the board. Vertical lines side are being established. More of them, that is, are being created by the Buck. Leo knows his job, and he knows that now his job is switched from denying the bandit to denying a defender's lines of sight, and rotates. So far, Fearless Esports have done a fairly good job of that. But oh, what a shot from Nakula! All the way out towards Pazu's head, taking out the ace before he could even have a chance to gather his wits about him. Oh, beautifully done with the FMG on the smoke. But Bima's going to go down the meanwhile, and there's potentially another one. Yes, there is. King Arthur and Leo light up, but will they find one more? No, that's the same angle that he was peeking a second ago, but this time it's Yudhishthir. Meanwhile, Nakula's gone down. Venitas takes that kill, and it's down to a 2v2 as Fearless Esports are feeling the heat from the Pandavas. Much more on this round. They need to get the diffuser. They aren't close to doing that yet. Venitas is looking to push into sight, and the Buck is still above. They've got 25 seconds and less remaining. They need to get these kills. The Buck, oh, the turnaround onto Arjuna. Beautifully done. Leo with the double kill, leaving Yudhishthir, the last one standing, and it's gonna have to be a frenzy of kills. The Captain's being chased. Will he find one? Yes, drop shots him, but does not get the other one. It was very close. But the prone coming in from the Capcan, it got him one, saved him from the Buck, but Venitas was quick to the trigger, finishing off the job that the Buck started, making sure that Fearless Esports do not lose another round at any costs, as we're going to see that in the Act Fibernet instant replay, ladies and gents. A 1v2 potential clutch that could have been from the Capcan, but unfortunately for him and for the Pandavas, it did not work out, as round 3 went to the side of the attacking team, Fearless Esports, and now we're headed back to Console Office on second floor on round 4.
Well, we might be able to see some different picks on the side of Team Pandavas as we see Sadeva using the Vigil, as well as Nakula will actually go for the sixth pick where he's going to change from the Kaid to the
Attackers need
Smoke.
to
The
locate and
FMG
defuse as
5
many bombs as they
SMG
can.
still favors him, but at what cost? The amount of aggression as well as coordination coming in from Felix Esports is definitely definitely making a heavy toll on the side of Team Pandava. So they need to find something, find a weakness, hopefully a run out, or I would say picking a Valkyrie. And that's exactly what I was talking about. Valkyrie playing as, Yudhishthir playing as the Valkyrie with those cams. She can be able to at least go for a run out, but still needs to be careful of those Nomad air jabs. So she definitely has to know at what
10
exact
seconds to go.
positions that they're going to use their, the air
5
jabs in
seconds
which
to
you can
go.
be able to go for a run out. Most of the time, the Nomad's placements would either be on the yellow stairs window, one would be on the piano window, and the third would be on the meeting window, in which they don't even have to go for a run out, which leads to the defenders being able to run out on the side of Visa entrance as well as the main entrance. So they really need to be, they have to make sure that they can be able to get it. So yeah, we'll see what's going to happen here as Venitas, he's just actually going for the all chat and saying, did you actually still get Kepcan? So yeah, I believe some of the operators here are having a problem here. Never mind. So we're going to be seeing Leo playing as the IQ. She's going to be
Bomb located by
placing the
attackers.
claymores on the yellow entrance. And I believe two of the operators are playing on the side of admin office here. I believe that was the Mute and the Legion. Bhima and Nakula. As Nakula, he's going to be able to find one, eliminating Kibashi. That is from the connector window. An important kill as the Nomad won't be in play, but those air jabs might be in play, especially if the defenders think about going for a run out from then and there itself. Meanwhile, we're going to be seeing King Arthur playing as the Ash, using the breaching charges to hopefully, push out any operators playing also very close on the bomb, and they will exactly do that. But however, Yudhishthir, who was apparently playing close, she wasn't close to exactly where the Ash's breaching round was in. So Yudhishthir goes for the aggressive, hoping to find the operator who was repelling on the side of meeting room, as the IQ actually sees one of the Valkyrie cams being thrown out here. Nakula being dropped down as King Arthur's eliminates Nakula right from the connector window, I believe, which would give the opportunity and the assurance saying that those smoke canister won't be in play. All that they have to do is go for the aggressive and take out the important roamers on the side of Team Pandavas. When it is using the concussive nade on using the concussive nade to daze Sadeva out, but unfortunately, due to them having less amount of intel, it is very difficult to pinpoint the exact location on where Vigil is, thanks to his, thanks to his gadget, in which the attackers won't be able to guess exactly where his location is. But King Arthur, he will find another way, eliminating Yudhishthir. All they have to do is worry about the yellow stairs. Refire comes in, won't be able to get the head off of Jaeger, but she has the site control, which would give the attackers an opportunity to go for the plant, but still needs to be careful on exactly where their push coming in. One coming from long desk and the other from the yellow stairs. All they have to do is to eliminate one of them, as goes for the aggressive, eliminates Bhima, gets the triple kill, make that a quad kill as he eliminates Arjuna, which leads to Saudel, the only operator remaining, playing on the side of admin office. If he gets this one, he will get the ace, and he is hungry for more, but still needs to take care of the time. And they don't have to worry about it, as Pazu will be there to get that diffuse control. And just like that, Sadeva will be pushing in from the yellow stairs yet again, and he needs to find 4 more operators here. The drone will be able to spot exactly where the location is, but the push comes in from King Arthur and gets the ace. Felix Esports with a wonderful push coming in as King Arthur eliminates each and every single player on the side of Team Pandavas. With that ace, we will progress to round 5. Let's take a look at that in Fibernet's instant replay. One ping was more than enough for King Arthur just to go for the Walton right from the yellow stairs as he takes out the head of the entire team of Team Pandavas. What a great ace from King Arthur. As we proceed to round 5, Basement Garage is going to be the site.
Fearless Esports currently tearing through the defense of the Pandavas. This is very, very unexpected right now. The Pandavas, ladies and gentlemen, they're being outplayed left, right, and center, after the beautiful performance they pulled out against Raxi Esports merely an hour and a half or so ago. And that's a little unfortunate, because if the if Pandavas lose here, if either team loses here, then they will unfortunately be eliminated from getting that spot, that chance of having a spot in Division 3. And unfortunately for them, they'll have to try again next season, Season 2 of the Pro League, of course. But that's a long ways away, as tonight we'll find out who is going to take that last spot in Division 3, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a very interesting next set of rounds right here between Fearless Esports and the Pandavas, because Fearless has so far done an absolutely amazing job of completely denying Pandavas anything at all in this match. It's been great. It's been amazing to see Fearless play this way, and the Pandavas, unfortunately for them, are not exactly looking too good right now. They're looking worse for wear, as we are going back to Basement Garage and a console office, a cafeteria, excuse me, right there. And yeah, it's definitely looking like a little bit of a situation, shall we say, for the side of the Pandavas. They are in a bit of a pinch, and they are looking, they aren't exactly looking that great right now. Excuse me, right there. As 4-0 in favor of Fearless Esports. They've just done absolutely amazing. Their aggression has been spot on. Their aggression has been spot on. Their confidence has been something to admire. And just overall, very, very well done. Pandavas so far not looking great on defense. Hopefully they can turn it around in these next couple of rounds, because they need to. You do not want to go 0-6 down on attack. That is something you absolutely want to avoid at all costs. And that's what the Pandavas will be looking to do. But right now we've got, once again, the Selma breaches coming in to take out those bandit batteries and the wall in general. Leo, he's already done his first bit of work, and now he's going to do his second bit, which is to deny rotates. But Sardeva's going to find one. That's Kabash on the board. Yet again, the Nomad is the first to fall. Will he find one more? Yes, he will. Beautiful headshot right there onto Leo. Very well done. And Nakula is going to find Venetas as well. Big drops coming in from the side of Fearless Esports, as they have been torn to shreds so far by the Pandavas. Shots being fired. The Ash is a little disoriented right now, and there she goes. Nakula with a double kill for his own. It's all down to Pazu, the last man standing, trying to fight somebody in the Yellow Stairs Pipes region, but not going to be able to get that kill. Pazu, he's trying his hardest with the 2x on the AK-12 right now, just around the car outside of Garage. There's somebody creeping up on White Van. Does he know? I don't think he does. He's about to get shot, but no, he gets that headshot on Sadeva instead. Beautifully done. And now it's a 1v4. Is it clutchable for him? He's so low on health right now. And the man is not looking good, and he will. Oh, he's gonna trade. He traded with no, he didn't actually trade. Bhima took the kill. He actually managed to take out Yudhishthir, I believe, on the poke hole. Yep, the poke hole inside of the small office right there. Very well done, as we're gonna see that in the Act 5-minute instant replay. The ace, the last man standing, got a couple of beautiful headshots. Unfortunately, it was too little and far too late for his team. So with that, Pandavas have finally put a round on board. Basement Garage goes to them, and it is now 4-1, still in favor of Fearless Esports, going to round 6, console office and meeting room.
Well, round 6, and this would be the last round for Team Pandavas for their defense. So they definitely need to, get their points, or else when the role swap comes in and when Pandavas goes on the side of attack, it will be very difficult for them. As we're going to be seeing a 6 pick coming in, as we're going to be seeing Castle as well as the Iana being picked on both of them. And this is definitely going to be interesting, because we actually did see Fearless Esports successfully, getting the hold of second floor console office without having any problems. And yeah, that was the site where King Arthur got his ace, a really great ace coming in from him. And with that, we won't be able to see any changes, but the only change that we are going to see is that instead of the Vigil, we will be able to see the Castle being created on the side of Team Pandavas, maybe to gain more control on the side of admin office. But yeah, it could have been done well if you do had a Mira in play. But it's just basically how I actually thought of. But anyways, we'll get to see how well Team Pandavas is going to be defending, especially on this side. We're going to be seeing Arjuna playing as the Jaeger. Two of the ADSs being placed just to make sure that if any frag grenades or the normal nades will be there to immediately deny all of them, but they won't be able to deny the Capita's smoke bolts or the flame bolts. So for Felix Esports, not taking a Capita would actually taking Capita would have been a best idea. But since that they don't have any problems on the second floor console office, like it's better not to even take a Capita in the first place. So, anyways, action phase will be in play as King Arthur will be there to gain to assert dominance by pre-firing in the connector window, hopefully to make sure that if there isn't any operator being present, and just like that, 3 of the flashbangs will be used to deny any ADSs, and making a confirmation saying that there is another ADS, as one of the fragments will be there to throw out, forcing Arjuna to fall back from the console front desk. Yudhishthir also doing the same thing yet again, knowing the fact that there is one more being. I don't think that there wasn't actually one more on the side of bathrooms, but he will, however, join with Arjuna side of console front desk, and he's going to be falling back from the meeting yet again. With that drone work, the attackers knowing exactly where their position is, it would be wise for Arjuna to change their exact positions as the repel coming in from the attackers, hopefully to find exactly one of those operators who were in the location of the console front desk, as Nakula with the FMG yet again, he's going to eliminate Leo, the important operator, the smoke doing the roam business. Out of nowhere, he gets those important kills. I'm speechless for this. I'm like, how do you play as the smoke with a roamer with the FMG? You know, most of the time you use smoke to, wait for the attackers to push in, but this is exactly going quite the opposite. But King Arthur will be there to eliminate one, make that a 2 as he eliminates Sadeva in the process, getting the exact win that they need. And Nomad was unfortunately in the bathroom. He'll be able to take out the castle, which gives Pandavas only 2 operators left, Bhima and Arjuna, in which Arjuna is, however, coming back from the yellow stairs. If he able to take out 1 or 2 operators, it's not going to work out well. With that failed attempt on the flank watch, it's all goes down to Bhima playing on the long desk. He needs to clutch this one out on a 1v3 situation here. He has all the intel, he just needs to convert those intels into kills here. A lot of 2 players playing also very close as the pre-fire comes in. That pre-fire will come to an inevitable end as King Arthur has been shut down from Bhima. Pazu playing all by himself, but no, it's not going to work out as Kibashi will be there to get the final kill, eliminating Bhima, giving their attack rounds on map Consulate a strong start on their first half. As we're going to be seeing that in Fibernet's instant replay, what great attack plays coming in, and also a great, smoke plays coming in on the side of on Nakula on Team Pandavas. A really great place coming in from them, and I believe a rehost will be in play here. So, talking about the matches in hand, we actually did see Fearless Esports with a great coordination on attack. It was quite an impressive place coming in from them, Dak, don't you think?
Yeah, I may or may not have forgot to unmute myself on Discord, ladies and gentlemen. Slip of my mind. But anyway, the point I was trying to make is that Fearless Esports, fantastic beginning to the match that we have on hand today, because they have completely torn through Pandavas 5 rounds, well, not quite consecutively, 4 rounds in consecution. The 5th round didn't quite go their way, even though it looked like it might at some point. Actually, it didn't. Pandavas completely tore through Fearless Esports. It's been like that, no round has really come in betweens per se, as unlike, of course, Basement Garage Hold on round 3. That one, from Pandavas, excuse me, that one came very close. It was down to a 1v2 for the Capcan. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work out, as, oh dear me, looks like we've been given a 5-minute timeout on the lobby rehost. Oh, that's unfortunate. So you guys are going to be stuck with us for a little bit longer than anticipated, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, back to the point at hand. Round 3 came very close to being a Pandavas win. Unfortunately, the Capcan, he drop shot, but drop shot isn't really a thing anymore. He got lucky with the hip fire on going down for prone, or he might have just connected before starting the animation. I'm not entirely sure, because, it's always a little iffy, shall we say. But then he got traded right back in instantly by Venetaus. Very well done to him, to keep Fearless Esports' winning streak alive. However, After that, round 4 went very, very, very well to the side of Fearless Esports. That was the ace coming out from Ash and just completely tearing through the side of Pandavas. It's just Pandavas, compared to the performance they pulled out against Raxi Esports, is not exactly looking that great right now, so to speak. Especially in this match, they've sort of been taken to the cleaners in this situation. 5-1 in their favor, excuse me, in Felis's favor. In round 7, we're actually going to hit roll swap right after we come back from the rehost. And it's been absolutely amazing to see Felis Esports come in and dominate, even though I would have liked to have seen Pandavas, take the initiative, win a few more rounds here and there, give Felis Esports a little bit more of a fight. Not quite as much as I would have wanted them to have. But anyway, coming back to another point at hand, I have in fact received news from our admins of the other semifinal that has just completed its run. That semifinal, if I take a quick look, was between Exterminate Esports. Hold up right here. Yes, Exterminate Esports versus Alpha. And as far as I've been told, Exterminate Esports have won actually. Alphas has been defeated. Unfortunately for them, they will not be seeing any more play. Alpha Gamers, that is the entire team name. It will not be seeing any more play tonight. Exterminate has gone through to the finals, ladies and gentlemen. And now it's all up to this match to decide who we're going to see as the other finalist of the night. Absolutely amazing stuff coming out from the entire league as the qualifier stage is coming to an end. Ladies and gentlemen, slowly but surely, we are going to finish up tonight with all of our matches done and our final Division 3 spot taken up by one of these teams. As right now, Pandavas versus Felis Esports, a fantastic game overall, a fantastic qualifiers. And actually, I'd like to bring Foxy in to talk about the qualifiers a little bit, from his own perspective. So, Foxy, take it away.
Yeah, thank you for that, Blackjack. I just wanted to, help you guys a little bit here. You guys have been on this for quite a while. I don't want to get tired because we have another amazing match coming up. That is going to be the grand finale of the entirety of the qualifiers. So that's huge. Coming back to the fact on how Felis is playing. So one thing I happen to observe, they are implying so much more work on getting information, and they've been really good, really methodical. That is something Pandavas were not able to fight back until the last round. Really well done. Pandavas, a good attempt from them. The rush strategy they try to implement with the smoke as well, that Baba happened to point out quite a bit. How do you have FMG roaming smoke? How is that possible? I get it, Baba. Same feeling here.
Yeah.
So
I don't roam as a smoke main. How does he do that?
So yeah, that change up is definitely helped Pandavas put them up there. But Felis though, they look like a very strong contender and might as well be the next team that we might get to see in the next match in the grand finale. But it only stands to see if they are able to stand up against what Pandavas has to offer. Hey, and you know how it goes. You don't go to war with the Pandavas. You know what the result is going to be. So I'll not be making any more predictions. Anything could happen. They could make the comeback, as we know how Consulate happens to favor various sides. Let's find that out in just a bit. Over to you guys.
Thank you for that, Foxy. That beautiful little bit about the match. And actually, just like Foxy said, Consulate can favor either team. It really depends on which team is executing and setting up better than the other one. You really have to outplay your team on Consulate. It's not particularly one-sided towards either attack or defense per se. And it's actually one of the more fun maps in my own opinion in the competitive map pool per se. But regardless, right now, looks like the lobby is going to be created with that little weird timeout thingy that I have no idea why it's there, is gone. And the lobby is going to be rehosted. So just in a little bit, ladies and gentlemen, the match will come back live for all of our viewers to enjoy. And just like Foxy said, who knows, maybe on the attack, it could be Pandava's turn to start dominating and tearing through the side of Felis Esports. So before we get into the match, let's have a quick overview of what we've seen so far. When it comes to the ban phase, we've seen Thatcher be banned, Blackbeard, Mira, and Clash. It's very interesting to see the Blackbeard ban, although to be fair, Blackbeard is more of a localized Consulate ban, really. Coastline sometimes sees a Blackbeard ban, but not too much. because there's other ops to be banned per se. And of course, the score on round 7 is going to be 5-1 in favor of Fearless Esports. Absolutely fantastic. Fearless on the attack. Very, very well done to them, as Pandavas are now going to be attacking on the other side of this rehost. Roll swap will be in play, excuse me, right there. Roll swap will, of course, be in play. And as soon as the Pandavas are in and the match has begun, we'll find out if the Pandavas are able to make a comeback. As right now, the first half may not have gone their way, but they could definitely turn things around for sure. They are a team that looks like they'll be able to pull off, mid-match turnarounds, and they have that potential, so to speak. And they need to play off of that potential, find the weakness, as Baba said right there a few rounds ago, find that weakness in Fearless Esports as defense, in this case defense, of course, but just Fearless Esports as setups. The way they have the utilities, the way their operators are positioned, all of that, they need to see, carefully observe it as much as they can, without wasting too much time, of course, and then execute according to the weaknesses they find. And of course, that's going to take a certain level of droning and a certain level of awareness of your situation, the match, the map, and the game itself. But hopefully, Pandavas can pull that off. That is something I'm going to be looking forward to. I'm sure Baba and Foxy are going to be looking forward to that, as will all of our dear viewers out there. And just overall a fantastic game and potentially an even greater game ahead of us post-Rios. Wouldn't you agree, Baba?
Well, I would absolutely agree, Jack. And yeah, talking about the map Consulate, if Fearless Esports, since they are on defense, if they actually do determine on thinking of taking a rumor side, maybe a Valkyrie or a Vigil, just like we saw on Pandava speaking as the Vigil on second floor console. Apparently, he was just holding on the side of admin office, but we actually did see some rare flanks coming in, especially the Jaeger, who was trying to push in from the yellow stairs. Unfortunately, he didn't get those two important picks because he was, running and aiming both at the same time, which actually didn't get the perfect opportunity to eliminate one of the side on the side of attack. So maybe if Pandava sees some major weakness on the side of Felix Esports, they can be able to come back at the right moment. Now, since the whole team is here, we're just waiting for that ready confirmation, and hopefully we'll be able to resume back the match. There we go. And without further ado, let's just jump back into the match of Felix Esports versus Pandavas. 5-1 is the scoreline after the first half. Let's see how well that they're going to be defending on round 7.
Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a fantastic post-roll swap here in the semi-final between Pandavas and Fearless Esports. Pandavas are now attacking, of course, and Fearless are the ones defending. And we're going straight to basement, cafeteria, and garage right here on this map. Cafeteria and garage, of course, has seen quite a lot of play today, as we've mostly been rotating between both of those sites, seeing as when Pandavas were on the defense, they weren't exactly, able to capitalize on either second floor or basement garage. So we didn't get to see lobby, and obviously we didn't get to see any of the split site of basement archives and first floor tellers. That's a site we just don't get to see anyway, so there's really no point bringing it up, at least not now. We're going to see probably a fairly standard stuff coming out from the side of Fearless Esports' defense. The big difference maker, or what would have been a big difference maker about 2 weeks ago, is the fact that the Melusi is in play. Right now, we're pretty much expecting the Melusi to be in play on pretty much every single round that we see, if, of course, the teams decide to bring her along. Her utility is fantastic, especially as many people have stressed time and time again, especially when paired with operators like Jaeger, like Wamai, like operators with C4s, the whole 9 yards. Also, that's a very interesting Valcam spot by Leo on the broken flower pot. They'll never suspect a thing, as another one goes out onto the tree outside of the western window. Leo's just making sure that all his line of sights are established. So okay. I don't think that was meant to go there, unfortunately for Leo, but we've got impact rotates being made as Venitas is actually requesting the default rotate. There we go. It's going to be blown wide open, and some final bits and pieces are being put into place. An interesting gore shield here from Venitas himself, facing the red doorway of Visa Stairs and Archives hallway, of course.
Attackers recover
And
the
there's going to be some poke holes being made by Kabash as well. Just to make sure that site coverage is as extensive as possible. Arjuna, in the meanwhile, is already very low on HP. I didn't get to see where that fight happened. Could have been towards Piano or towards Round Desk. We're not entirely certain right now, as the Nomad is going to have to be very, very careful on what kind of peaks she makes. King Arthur, in the meanwhile, knows where that IQ is coming in from. And that's, of course, Yellow Stairs door. Run straight in. And King Arthur, he's going to take that intel, run down the Yellow Stairs. But there's a drone. He knows it's not activated. He doesn't have to worry about it. But there's somebody inside a piano. He's going to see him. That angle's not good to peek from above Yellow. And the Nomad will finish him off right there. As Arjuna is not going to worry about too much. Way too much about his low health. But that's unfortunate. Tried to throw the flashbang. I think he mistook his secondary utility as being breach charges instead of flashbangs. That happens to the best of us. Meanwhile, a C4 went out. Arjuna has been downed as well. He should be picked up. There we go. Back up to 20 HP. Probably a reset from his teammates. As Felix Esports are, of course, one man down. Shots are being fired. Bhima is low. Not low. He's a little damaged. But there's Leo to find one. Sadeva goes down. And Pazu will go down as well. As another kill will be confirmed. Yes, the Valkyrie takes a good shot onto the head of the IQ. Bhima is down, making it a 3 versus 3. Leo himself is a little low. He's been droned out and forced to fall back towards site down Spiral. 45 seconds remaining for the side of Pandavas on the attack right now. Gore's shield has been popped, but that's going to mean that the Electro Claw of the Kaid is gone as well. And that is going to allow Pandavas to make the breach into sight a possibility. Mind you, I believe it is Ace the man with the diffuser. Yes, Yudhishthir is the one with the diffuser, as he might fall into danger of Kabash. No, he won't. Kabash has fallen back from console window. That's a long angle that Leo's peeking right there, but Venitas is going to go down. That's Nakula to take that kill. And there's somebody else on Yellow Stairs. The Banshee has alerted Leo of that push. And Kabash, oh no, that air jab went off, possibly at the worst possible time, but there's a double push. There we go, takes him out, but Nakula takes down Kabash in the meanwhile. Refrag comes in, C4 is in. It's going to find you this year at the best possible time for Felix. Indeed. The C4 through the smoke. It was a chance that was taken. And what a profitable chance taken for the side of Felix Esports, holding on against all odds. The Valkyrie, Leo doing his job to secure the round win on round 7 for Felix Esports. It looked like it was gonna be Pandava's round throughout, but it was not to be, as the C4 utility came in at just the right time, meaning that Felix Esports are now on match point 6-1 in their favor, and they're headed to console office and meeting room on round 8.
One more point is more than enough for Felix Esports to seal the deal against Team Pandavas, as we're going to be seeing a 6-pick where the alibi has been changed to the Melusi. Now, there is a lot of chances here as, that's the C4 being thrown out from the Valkyrie. Hopefully she can be able to pick up and she could use it for someplace else, just like eliminating the operators, hopefully. Just like we actually saw from the previous round, we've seen quite a lot of 3Ks and 4Ks. How can I not forget about King Arthur with the Ace playing as the Ashe on attack, and this time it is Leo who is making the plays as the Valkyrie. Even the coordination between them was also very well. The push which was made from the Melusi, which triggered the air jabs, was forced, Nomad was actually forced to even push in from the Yellow Stairs, in which the Valk had to go for a double commit, eliminates Nomad, and an easy C4 to even eliminate the diffuser, who was the planter, who was eventually planting on the side of default. And with that, Felix Esports, a strong start on defense. Let's see if that strong start will eventually come to a strong end here. Match point for Felix Esports as Nakula. He's going to be holding on he was apparently holding angle from the meeting window just to make sure that if there's any spawn peaks being present on the side of Felix Esports, but sad to say that there isn't any. But they will find one of the Valkyries camps being spotted from the meeting, and an air jab being taken out thanks to the Vamai's air jabs. So that means there is, however, 2 of the air jabs being present here. Maybe one on the meeting as well as the second burn, but doesn't see the player who was watching on the connector window. Kibashi with the plays. He's going to eliminate Bhima, who was unfortunately rappelling on the side of connector. As Sadeva, he needs to make a play here. He is inside admin and needs to find 2 more. Venet is playing also very close on the side of Printer as Arjuna finds one. That is Leo, the important operator. The Valkyrie won't be in play with the C4. It is very difficult for Team Felix Esports as one of the important operators is dead. Sadeva pushing also very close. Doesn't see the Melusi. Yes, he does. Sadeva, he's going to eliminate Venetus, which would give the opportunity for Team Pandavas to go for the push and maybe go for the plant indeed. King Arthur being also close on the yellow stairs, waiting for the push for the attackers to get that perfect kill as we see Ace using his Selma breaches to open up the walls here. King Arthur finds the head, eliminates Arjuna, which would equalize the round, making it a 3v3. Make that a 2v3 as Yudhishthir eliminates King Arthur. They have the control of the console office as Bazu, he's going to eliminate Sadeva. He's actually going to take out Nakula as well from the window. What is happening? The only operator that's left is none other than Yudhishthir, and he's playing also very close on the bathroom's entrance here. For Team Felix Esports, all they have to do is to just wait for the attackers to push in. See, the deployable shield doesn't go for the peek out. As Pazu, he's patiently waiting. He knows that he shouldn't have to peek here because he only has 10 HP left. 1 bullet is more than enough for Vamai to be instantly eliminated as Pazu finds out yet again the final kill of Yudhishthir, claiming the win against Team Pandavas on map Consulate. Now that was a great coordination coming in on the side of Team Felix Esports. Although I do have to appreciate the amount of coordination that Pandavas did, and they were also very close on eliminating them. But in the end, Pazu with those important plays and a great anchor, eliminating those 3 important players gave them the win that they needed.
An absolutely amazing game coming out from the side of Felix Esports, completely tearing through the side of the Pandavas. Unfortunately for them, it is a good night on their journey to the division stages of Season 1. Ladies and gentlemen, Felix Esports have confirmed their spot in the finals right here with a 7-1 victory over the side of the Pandavas. Pandavas look strong, mind you, after their match against Raxi Esports. Unfortunately for them, they were not to be. And Felix Esports will be taking on Exterminate in the final match of the qualifiers, ladies and gentlemen, of the WD Black Esports Club Pro League for Rainbow Six Siege. But that is still a little ways away, of course, as we will be setting up the lobby and making sure the map bans are done. It's the whole thing. You know, we all know the esports process for Rainbow Six, as it were. So it takes a little bit of time. So you're going to be stuck with us for just that little bit longer, you know. You've been stuck with us for quite a while today, especially in that last match I was talking about, Pandavas versus Raxi. Had a rather long rehost time there, but regardless, you know, and sometimes it just happens. We'll all have to just take it for what it is and move on. We're going to actually be taking a look at the highlights of this match so far really quickly in Relive the Moment and get to see all of the beautiful plays, mostly done by Felix, mind you, as there were some great ones in here, man. Like, unfortunate situations, of course, that were caught on camera. For instance, here we have the Capcan, shotgun in hand, a little bit of an unfortunate pick. That shotgun, of course, as while the SASG-12 is a great shotgun for most situations in short and maybe mid-range, it doesn't really go too far, you know. Probably you're looking at a 5-meter, 6-meter engagement. Anywhere above that is like confetti. So, yeah, unfortunate for the Capcan right there. Meanwhile, in round 2, we got to see some beautiful heads being taken from the push up from yellow stairs. It really comes down to these last-minute situations. Sometimes it's a little, you know, a little bit of a scramble. Sometimes it's some beautiful headshots like the one we saw on Pazu, as in the Womai do in this last round on that double console rappel. That was a beautiful headshot, ladies and gentlemen, as... yeah, just some of the things that we've seen in this match, that turnaround for that matter, absolutely beautiful. And then, once again, it just seems like Capcan seems to be the target of some very unfortunate moments tonight, as he did find the buck, he did drop shot him, but unfortunately, that was only one, and Venitas was there to instantly refrag for him. And there we go. This one, the ace that we were talking about just a minute ago from the Ash, especially that connect, takes the Legion out inside of connector. That was all right, waited for the Legion to run out of bullets, but then the connect for the quad onto yellow stairs, that was a beautiful connect. And of course, we saw the follow-up on Vigil, dropping down the yellow stairs, getting the kill, and finishing off the round for his team. Meanwhile, of course, round 5, which was the only round in this entire match that Pandavas actually managed to win. That was, that's not exactly the best thing in the world for them. But of course, they can always look back on this VOD, see where they went wrong, and improve for next time. Next season's qualifiers, hopefully we'll see them there, of course, as... Yep, right there on your screens, the ace. Unfortunately, not in a good position to win that particular gunfight. As once again, after that temporary intermission, we were back on the Fearless Esports train, shall we say. As the push coming in from the Legion here, he tried to clutch it out for Seam. Again, some situations, it almost looked like Pandavas were going to be able to make a comeback, 1v2s or 1v3s and whatnot, but unfortunately, again, it was just not to be. This one, of course, Leo, we got to see the man pull off a beautiful C4 clutch right there after doubling up on the Nomad alongside the Melusi. And then there you go, through the smoke, had to take a bit of a gamble, hoping that the ace was planting default, and he was indeed. And that, of course, was at the last second, which meant that there was no time for the side of Pandavas to try and win that out. And then, of course, role swap happened. The attackers became Fearless Esports, Pandavas became the defenders. But unfortunately, even in that situation, it wasn't, again, it wasn't to be. Fearless Esports, they became the the defenders later on in role swap. I got that mixed up temporarily. But regardless, even in this situation, 1v2, last man standing on yellow stairs. Pandavas, it was just not to be, not tonight at all. It was a good attempt from them, but Fearless Esports just turned out to be better on all fronts, and they will be the ones to face Exterminate Esports in the finals, ladies and gentlemen. And it should be a fantastic match coming up on our screens very, very shortly indeed, as soon as we get all of the map information, of course, map bans and all that. We all know what it's usually about. Excuse me right there. And it will be a fantastic, fantastic match, I hope, to finish off the qualifiers for all of us here at the WD Black, the Esports Club Pro League for Rainbow Six Siege. And with that, we'll be taking a short break before we come back with the finals match. Stay tuned. Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WD BLACK Esports Club Pro League for Rainbow Six Siege, supported by Ubisoft and in association with ACT Fibernet and AFK Gaming. I'm your host, Blackjack. Joining me is my co-host, Babagusta, and our admin, Foxy, as we are here for the final match of the qualifiers of Season 1, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to find out which team is going to be going into Division 3 and which team is going to be saying goodnight. It's all come down to this. 93 teams and division participants aside, this is the last team, will be the last team to make it into the league itself, and it is between Fearless Esports and Exterminate Esports on the map of Villa. A fantastic game coming out for all of our viewers at home as we're here already in the ban phase, ladies and gentlemen. A fantastic game coming out as the first ban of the night is going to be the Thatcher from the side of Exterminate. No surprises right there, Villa and Thatcher, as usual, usual bans, usual suspects are off the board. And now it's up to Fearless Esports to ban one of the attackers. And we're going to find out who that is. It's the Maverick. Okay. Very, very interesting right there. Maverick is down in the ban phase. And very quick selection from Fearless Esports as well, as they're going to be banning the first defender. And that defender is going to be the Mira, who is off the board as well. And yeah, very interesting right there. Mira, of course, we know exactly why. Villa and Mira has been a combination that is to be feared for a long time. And she's going to be taken off the board as Exterminate Esports have the last ban of the night, excuse me. And that ban is going to be the Valkyrie right there. Nice and quickly taken care of. Valkyrie is off the board. That's a lot of intel that the defenders no longer have access to. But now the ban phase is done. Thatcher, Maverick, Mira, and Valkyrie are off the board for all of for the entirety of this match. Excuse me, right there. And let's have a quick look at both of the rosters that we have here on the lobby. From the side of Fearless Esports, we've got Pazu, Venetaus, Leo, Kibash, and King Arthur. And from the side of Exterminate, we've got It's MBK, This Game, Maddie, Boardveo, and Skullex. We're heading straight to Trophy and Statuary Room right off the bat, as it were on Villa. And we've got a 6-pick out of the clash into the Malusi from Boardveo. And with that, Baba, take it away.
Well, first round will be in play. Second floor trophy is going to be the side. 6-pick coming in, as we're going to be seeing the clash being taken out to the Melusi. Now, Melusi has been highly picked since her appearance. I mean, it even works on both on competitive rank matches as well as the normal rank matches, normal rank matches, as I would like to call it, as MBK playing as the Wamai. Only placing his deployable shield right where he wants to be. He just wants to make sure that he would place his pixel angles at the right spot. It's quite interesting to see that he's not going to be able to, hold on closet, in which most of the strategies would either be picking with the castle, placing the armor cans right from the window, and also making a vault rotation just to vault rotation, and I believe one of them would be holding in the closet room, either playing as the Wamai or as the Ella with his F412 shotgun. The only difference is the Ella F412 shotgun, if there is an operator pushing in from the closet window, the Ella will be able to take her out without even worrying to peek at all. So since they're not going to be able to go with that strat, they're just going to do it the normal way instead. Round 1 will be in place. We're going to be seeing Leo pushing in from the dining room, hopefully to get those important intels, and maybe she can be able to eliminate Skullex as best as he can. Sad to say that there is a lot of deployments, reinforcements, as well as a castle panel being placed, so taking out would be a higher challenge here. Maybe a total of 11 melee hits or a breach charge would do the trick. Maybe a frag grenade, because why not? MBK, on the other hand, playing also very close on the statuary entrance, as we're going to be seeing one of the magnets catching Ash's flashbangs, as Ash will be there to use the breaching charges to open up the castle panel. Now, since they did, however, opened the entrance, that would give Skullex to only have to worry about one of the particular angles there. As MBK, he'll be holding straight from the statuary without having any problems. King Arthur, he's going to be expending another one of his breaching round to open it up. He's just waiting for the confirmation. Maybe a drone work just to see whether if there is any any ADS being placed, and there you go, second castle armor being taken out, and a lot of pre-fires just to make sure if there's any particular playing being played here. As Kalex, he has to fall back here. There is a total of 2 attackers being pushing in, one from the stairs and one from the laundry, so it's best for him to just fall back for now and give the control to King Arthur. As that's a lot of damage, as Kibash with the first frag eliminating this game. King Arthur with a low amount of HP is Maddie. He needs to be careful because there is a push coming in from none other than Leo as he eliminates the second player on Team Exterminate, which would give a lot of possibilities for Felix Esports to gain the control on the first floor dining room. And with that clearance being made, all the attackers have to do is push on from the statuary room and make sure that they get the plant as best as they can. So no more of those C4s, no more of those, castle being played. Actually, castle is actually playing from the stairs. I was about to say the 2 roamers, the Jaeger as well as the Mute, with no more of those C4s to play, except the Melusi. They will, however, go for the plant here. Selma breaches being thrown to open up the walls on the side of Statuary room, as Kalex with the impressive hollow sight is going to be holding an angle from the bathroom. Sees the head and he takes out. Kibashi is out, but he'll be available in the next match. MBK still holding strong on Statuary room, hoping to find an opportunity here as an aggressive push comes in from the Zofia. Doesn't see where exactly the Bombai's location is, but here comes Pazu to the rescue, eliminating one more, and the plant will be underway. Boardway, he actually sees where the plant's going in, but no, it doesn't work out well. Pazu with an incredible play as he eliminates Boardway of faking the plant, even though there was only 3 seconds remaining. And that too, it was just a hip fire. Hello. What has exactly happened here? Let's take a look at that in Axe Fabernet's instant replay. What was that? Jesus. I did not expect to see that coming here. Ace with such great sound awareness. He eventually know exactly where Melusi's positioning was. He actually went for the plan. He didn't even had the teammates' protection, and he had to make a play. Either he had to stick for the plan, or he had to go for the push in and eliminates him. And that's exactly what Pazu did. A very well played on the side of Team Felix Esports, as they will claim their first win on second floor trophy as we proceed to round 2. Second floor trophy room is going to be the site yet again.
Oh boy, what a beautiful round coming out from the side of both teams. They're close as anything, as is to be expected from both our finalists of the qualifier stages. Aside from teams that have already made their way into the divisions, of course, before this, as of phase 2 of the qualifiers, where a lot of it was decided, of course, that this team would go through and this team would not. Felix Esports and Exterminate are fighting to find the last spot of the Division 3 table for themselves. It's winner takes all right now, at least for the time being. And okay, this Jaeger seems to be a little introspective right now, just rethinking what he's going to be doing and whatnot. He may have been faced with a little bit of an issue with the connectivity, but hopefully nothing too much comes of that. Excuse me right there. As yeah, overall, both teams right now, hopefully we don't have to go into a rehost, shall we say. Maybe, if everything works out, everything checks back to where it should be. As we're just making sure the players know that the option for a rehost is in fact available to them should they need to call it. Rotations are going to be made, just some final bits and pieces. Last bits of the puzzle being put in, and interestingly enough, the astronomy stairs window was already open, as going to be closed down by Board Veo, as we saw them. Lucy, of course, do that nice and quickly. King Arthur, in the meanwhile, inside a mudroom, takes out the default cam, and that, of course, gave away his position right now, which means he's going to have to be careful on which way he makes his entry. Jaeger is, of course, watching that mudroom exit door right now. He knows for a fact that if anybody goes through there, it's going to be their funeral. Nope, he's actually going to pull back instead of the drones have come in to spot him, forcing him back. Mute jammers are going to be taken down by the IQ's RD scanner. There we go. Leo quickly getting his job done. And now he's going to be looking for some heads on the first floor, if he can, of course. As Felix Esports are slowly finishing the setup, of this round. They execute in this round. Summer breaches are going to go off any second now. Pazu with the ace is going to make sure of that, as Kibash is still on first floor, interestingly enough. And drones are coming out from Fearless Esports. They want to make sure that they have the intel required. Skullix is still being allowed to roam here on statutory and vault, not statutory, excuse me, on the vault area of AVG, mind you. There is somebody in the hallway. Wait a minute. Leo doesn't know where the Goyo is playing. He's just walked right past that barricade. I don't think they want to emphasize on that Goyo, mind you, but they'll have to be careful when Skullix eventually makes his flank because he's in prime position to do exactly that. Any second now, things could turn ugly for the side of Fearless Esports. Exterminate could do a big play right here, but no, the IQ's gonna start things out by dropping one, but gets refragged onto instantly by the shotgun of the smoke. Nice and quickly exceeding the mute. C4 comes out, but it won't find anybody. Skullix is a little low on HP. Looks like he's taking a gunfight. There goes MBK down to Kibash, as shots are going to be fired all over the place right now. Entry decides being cleared. No, Pazu goes down with the diffuser. That's Borvale with the kill with two, and there's Maddie with one more. Suddenly it's all down to Venetaus, the last man standing. He's found one, but with 15 seconds remaining, he needs to find the last two. Does he know where Skullix is? He does not. Shots are fired, and the of course, Sophia is downed, but the withstand will not come out, and there we go. The kill is confirmed by Skullix, and oh boy, what a round coming out right towards the end there from both sides of Fearless and Exterminate. But Exterminate are the ones to hold on, and looks like we might have to call a rehost due to some unfortunate issues right here with the connectivity. And looks like we will be, excuse me, right there. Yep, there we go. Rehost is going to be called, and we're going to be coming back to our faces once again, ladies and gentlemen. As I know it's been a little bit of an odd day for all the rehosts that we've had, but hopefully it won't be too much, you know, and hopefully it won't be too bad, and we can get back to the game as quickly as possible. I know for a fact that we were given a rather odd rehost timeout in the last one, which was definitely a little bizarre, but still. This match, 2 rounds only in, and unfortunate issues have forced the game into a rehost situation. But the 2 rounds have actually been quite enlightening when it comes to how both these teams are approaching this matchup, more specifically from the side of Exterminate Esports and, of course, from the side of Fearless Esports as well. Both teams are looking to sort of set up before they execute, you know, try and go for the... excuse me there. Try and go for that late play, making sure that their drones are in place. Of course, some early kills will have to be traded to make sure that the setup goes through properly. However, even in those situations, mostly it's the execute that comes in the late round that really matters. For instance, round 1 on Trophy, we saw a mad scramble right towards the end to try and, you know, get inside, get the plant off. Pazu was able to do that. And not only that, that beautiful sound awareness to know where the Melusi was coming from. I don't think there was a drone. There could have been a drone without pinging anything, just giving raw information to the ace. That could have been a thing, but regardless, the hip fire right at the end connecting the AK-12 was pretty good hip fire, let me tell you that much. And Exterminate Esports in the meanwhile, of course, on round 2 were able to hold off against the push coming in from the side of Fearless. They knew that Fearless would like to do a late round execute if they could, preferably with no bodies lost and maybe even not much utility expended. That is what they were looking to do, and that is what they were able to do as well in that particular round 2, excuse me, as that of course left us on an equalized situation, 1-1 going in to the 3rd round. Both rounds played on Trophy, 1-1, one by Fearless Esports and one by Extremis Esports. With all of that being said, one more time, let's go over the bans of the match. Thatcher, Maverick, Mira, and Valkyrie were the ones to be taken off the board. Mostly specific, mostly like general bans, really not specific to Villa per se. But of course, the Maverick, I'm pretty interested to know why that would be a ban in this particular match. I'm not sure why you wouldn't ban Montaigne or any other operator in the Rainbow Six roster, but okay, I'm pretty sure both teams have their reasons, as I am currently trying to think of one. Maybe, you know, that soft wall trick is something that both teams are currently afraid of. Maybe it's because Maverick can make lengthy lines of sight from almost minimal risk and low effort, so to speak. but I'm not entirely certain for the time being on how that is. As it looks like we have the ready confirmation coming in from Venitas and MBK. That means both teams are in fact ready and raring to go, and hopefully there aren't any issues that are going to force the game into another rehost per se. And we'll be coming back with the game right now, ladies and gentlemen, on your screens in the map of Villa. Exterminate Esports versus Fearless Esports is back on round 3. 1-1 is the round situation, and round 3 should be a very, very interesting round coming up.
Well, talking about the ban phase, we have absolutely zero idea why they would ban Maverick, especially on a map like Villa. Although I actually do have to agree with you, Jack. Those long angles having those minimal risk would actually prove to be quite efficient, and also the soft breaches that the defenders really need to be careful of. But let's see how well that since the Maverick is banned, let's see what's going to happen on round 3. Second floor aviator room is going to be the site, and I believe my with his magnet discs will be able to hold an angle which connects from the reading room as well as the stairs. So holding that specific room proves to be quite challenging because you have to worry about both the stairs as well as the reading room both at the same time. So it would be wise to have a teammate in which he would be able to cover from a particular hallway, so that the attackers who were trying to go for a push-in won't be able to eliminate them as best as he can. Skullex playing as the not the Maverick. I just realized I just said Maverick instead of saying the Maestro. He's going to be placing his evil eye cams right from the 90s hallway. I mean, you do have the default cam, but since with the Maverick evil eye cam being placed with the hatches taken out, it would be a lot of difficulties, especially if you have a sledge being played, or if you try to throw a grenade. So it would be wise to have a Zofia with the impact nades to take out the Maestro's evil eye cam as best as he can, or you just have to wait for the evil eye cams to open its bullet hold panel and go for the shootout, in which you can be able to take out that gadget. Now we're going to be seeing 2 sets of mute jammers being placed right from the walls of, I believe that is from the statuary room. I actually did saw 2 of them being placed. Yeah, there you go. 2 of the mute jammers being placed, and board Wayo, he's actually thinking for a spawn peek here, but he's just going to fall back. It's basically a bait just to, waste a lot of time for the attackers if there is a particular, the spawn peekers. You just have to wait for a perfect moment to eliminate them, but you can actually just bait it out, wasting a lot of time for the attackers, and she will exactly do that. Ash, on the other hand, rappelling on from the windows of astronomy room, hoping to find at least 1 or 2 players in which the particular players are holding on to, and that would be the mute Maddie, and I believe that was Board Way who was playing on the other hand. Nomad, she doesn't want to waste a lot of time, so she will decide to push in, and his Ace will be there to use his Selma breaches to open up the statuary room here. Keep that in mind. The site is on second floor aviator room, so they have to make sure that they gain control of the statuary and trophy room, so that they can push in from the site and go for the plant. Leo, he'll be roaming in right from below. He still needs to be careful because there is one more proning in, and he's going to eliminate it. Leo eliminating Maddie like he was just literally running, and he just instantly found on him like, oh, hello there, and he just eliminates it just like that, claiming the site control on library. It shouldn't be that much of a difficulty because that's the C4 gone. The shotgun won't be in play, and also the site being controlled, the IQ will be able to use her scanner to check what kind of utilities is present from that particular position. Maybe if the defenders are looking for a draw, maybe the defenders, if they are looking for a cam, they'll be able to eliminate one of the players as best as they can. The impact check will be there to try to take out the Ace's Selma breaches, but sad to say that it's not going to connect, which would lead Ace inverted repelling, and also the Nomad being also very aggressive. She will go for the push in, but this game will be there to eliminate Kibashi. Meanwhile, on the other hand, Skullex with the Alda holding the angle from the 90s. He knows that there is one particular player holding from that specific angle, as the Jackal will be there to establish a crossfire angle here. 25 seconds left for the attackers. They need to make a push here as the defenders are holding it in such a great form. As Venetas, he really needs to be careful with the Alda. Goes for the pre-fire. Both of them, unfortunately, won't be able to get that connect whatsoever. 15 seconds left. They have to go for the push. As Pazzo will find one. MBK, another Jackal will be instantly traded out by none. A lot of chaos being coming in, which all leads to board Wayo. He is going to be dancing with the Ash. Whips the pistol. He's going to eliminate one, but the plant is already been done. Whips out the C4. Will it connect? Yes, it does. What a great play from board Wayo as he gets 3 kills, as he will keep the win on Team Exterminate, getting the plant as well. What a great play is coming in from her. And also, I mean, I just cannot believe she just kept dancing with the Ash, eliminating her, and with a perfect C4, eliminating Ace while he was trying to gain the other angle. Let's see that again in Act Faberness instant replay. What was that adrenaline rush from the attackers? As soon as they pushed in, a lot of bodies were dropped, but in the end, Extremis was there to claim the win. And with that, round 4 will be in play. First floor dining room is going to be the site, and what a match that we're going to witness here.
Absolutely. It looks like this match is about to be a fantastic one, ladies and gentlemen, because of that round. All 3 rounds have come pretty close, per se, except for, of course, round 2. You know, round 2 wasn't exactly as close as the other 2 that we've seen so far. But rounds 1 and 3, all like both of them have gone all the way down to a 1v2. However, unfortunately, looks like we're going to go into yet another rehost, ladies and gentlemen. This one from the side of Exterminate Esports, as they have, of course, been... they have had a disconnect from their own, from one of their own team members, and they'll be calling a rehost, and we'll be going into one more rehost yet again. As it goes, you know, excuse me right there. As it goes, rehosts are very, very common, unfortunately, and we'll be waiting on all of the players to join in once again. As that third round, that was, again, a round that came pretty close between both teams, primarily down to the fact that both teams, you know, they're playing, they're giving it their all, shall we say, and of course, there's something to be said. There's always something to be said about Malusi winning a gunfight with a pistol against the Ash. But, you know, semantics aside, it was still a very good clutch right there from Veo on the Malusi. Takes one out, dancing around that games room bar. And then, of course, finishes off with the kill onto the Ace. I'm not sure what happened with Ace right there. I think it was stuck on the doorway, unfortunately, and like didn't quite figure out the dimensions of the door frame walking in to walk out properly. But you know, sometimes we all make that mistake, getting stuck on doors. It's a thing. And he got C4'd, just blown away to Kingdom Come, and that is why we were looking at that beautiful 1v2 clutch from the Malusi right there. Veo, very well done to keep his team alive. And not only that, but give Exterminate the lead against Felis. Felis likes to be aggressive towards the late game right there. And the fact that Exterminate have, for 2 rounds now, been able to not only counter, but play against that aggression with their own form of aggression. And it's mostly utility based, you know. Sometimes it's about what's left. Sometimes it's about what throwable utility you still have, you know, C4s and whatnot. But still, it's worked. And that's what Fearless Esports will have to look into right now, as they are looking to come back and hopefully equalize and take their lead again in this matchup. We're actually almost done with getting everybody back in the lobby. So once again, let's go over the bans and the rounds that we've had so far. Thatcher, Maverick, Mira, and Valkyrie are the bans on the map of Villa. And of course, round 1 on Trophy went to Felis Esports. Exterminate Esports have taken round 2 on Trophy, round 3 on Aviator Games Room, and they'll be going to First Floor Kitchen and Dining, as we are just waiting on the ready confirmation from both teams. A fantastic game coming out right here, right now, ladies and gentlemen, as Venetaus has asked for 30 seconds, curiously enough. That's a very specific amount of time. But ladies and gentlemen, it is a big, big match for both teams right here, because Season 1, you want to make sure you get into the division stages without any trouble. And, you know, getting there means you have a good chance of staying there. For teams in future qualifiers, of course, they need to get into the divisions and then topple any other team who is already in the division stages to, stay in division stages. That's big. For whoever wins tonight, they sort of get the privilege of being in divisions as soon as division stages for the entire league begins, and they will be able to have a good chance of fighting it out. They'll be able to gain experience for themselves in these matches. However, going forward, it's going to get tougher and tougher and tougher, especially if you get relegated. However, ladies and gentlemen, the match is back live. We've got the ready confirmation for both teams. The bans are in place and the round history is in place. So let's get back to the game between Fearless Esports and Exterminate Esports. And we're heading to first floor dining room and kitchen from the side of Exterminate Esports' defense right here, right now. It is going to be a fantastic set of rounds coming out from both of these teams. Interestingly, no six-pack coming out from either team right here, as they want to go with the operator roster that they have picked in the pick phase, of course. And the Mozzie is going to be in play from Skullix this time around. Looks like Exterminate wants to do some counter intel and intel denial, the wombo combo, shall we say, of those two. And he'll be bringing in the Australian operator with his pests for that one. For that particular purpose. Of course, Mute is also in play, so the Mozzie Mute combo is also going to be utilized, excuse me, right there. As any drones that Mute catches on his jammers will be reported to Mozzie, and Mozzie can just mosey on in and take the drone for his own purposes. Speaking of Mute, Matt is going to put down a couple of jammers on the statutory triple wall right here. Interestingly enough, a little bit of emphasis on that wall is going to be used up, as we've got the Pulse from MBK this time around, playing on dining room, of course, and playing the Pulse. It's a fairly standard decision, and a very good decision at that as well, because of course anybody who's doing roam clear above or trying to establish vertical line of sight is going to be susceptible, to that Pulse heartbeat scanner. Meanwhile, Leo, he's doing the closet angle right now that we know of from the pantry window rappel. It's a slightly long angle, and it's a very good one, offers some good lines of sight. But he's going to have to abandon that really quickly because he has other duties to do, of course. One being find the Pulse and take his head clean off. That's what he'll be looking to do at the very least. If he pulls out his RD scanner, he'll see a rather erratic piece of electric utility, rather erratically moving around on first floor. He is probably going to do that any second now, but right now he's just emphasizing on doing whatever his team needs him to. King Arthur, in the meanwhile, interestingly enough, is all the way down in the basement. He's not pushed second floor, he's pushed into basement, and he's just sitting there waiting to come up towards the side stairs right now. Meanwhile, Pazu, he's got the support of Leo for himself, going to be droning. Leo, of course, is going to be the one droning in. Get the Mute jammers, of course, blocking the signal of the drone, but no, the Pulse has been spotted. And okay, all right, this is very interesting right now. The Nomad is very close to Pantry. I'd say she's in Pantry already, and the call-out has been given by MBK, but King Arthur is going to find Ward Vale. That's a big one to start out, but Leo's going to go down to MBK in the meanwhile. A little ironic, but regardless, it's a 4v4 situation as more intel is being gathered. MBK just sitting inside a site, gathering as much intel as he can as he's taken down the IQ, of course. Meanwhile, the Malusi herself has been taken off the board. Air jab goes off to deny rotations from the defender's side, as Kabash is going to be holding inside of Pantry. Arthur on the side stairs door, but no, there goes the Jaeger to find one. Venitas is down, and that's another big drop as the Zofia has been taken down on red corridor, and that's a beautiful angle being employed by the Jaeger right now. But Pazu's in, and he's planting. This is big right now for Fearless Esports. If they manage to get the plant off, there's Kabash to take down Maddie. Another big one. C4 will not connect, as Kabash will find MBK as well. And there goes another one. The Jaeger on the flank will go down. It's all down to Skullix. Will he see one? Yes, he will, but he won't take the kill, as he will fall to King Arthur. And that is going to put down the side of Exterminate Esports on round 4. Their kitchen defense is found lacking, ladies and gentlemen, and that is why Fearless will be the ones to win round 4 for themselves. It looks like MBK has disconnected. That's a little unfortunate, but of course Exterminate has already called their rehost, so they won't be able to go into yet another one. Very, very unfortunate, as they looks like they'll have to continue forward with a 4 versus 5 until MBK. Oh, no, he's back. Hopefully he's given a good operator. Let's find out in a quick second. Any second now. Tachanka, okay. The game has just outright given him Tachanka. Can he six-pick out in time? He's trying to, and he will. Okay, the pulse
Okay.
is going to be brought in. That was a close call for MBK right there, but he managed to find the pulse in time. As now we are 2-2 up on round 5.
Yeah, well, round 5, a second floor trophy is going to be the site. And unfortunately, since we won't be able to see Tachanka being in play, we're going to be seeing Pulse being used, I believe, to hold on from the first floor dining. Now, with that cardiac sensor, he can be able to relay the information to his teammates on where exactly their positioning is, so that the defenders can be able to go for a proper refrag in those important kills. Now, we actually did see some great defense hold coming in from Team Exterminate, but little do they know, the ace who was planning in from the kitchen was what Team Exterminate's caught off guard. And this is exactly what it's been happening here. It's a lot of close calls, and I believe on round 6 there may be a higher chance that the score might be equalized here. Just keep that in mind that they did, however, successfully defend second floor trophy in Aviator Room, which they did not, however, win on first floor dining room. So I believe this trophy room might go in the favor of Team Exterminate if performed well here. Maddie playing as the mute, he has those SMG 11. I believe he's using the MP5 to be his primary weapon here. It is also quite devastating because it is the same submachine gun in which Vamai also uses the same thing. He either has two options: either use the AUG or as the MP5. As both of them has its own ups and downs. You know, the AUG has a higher ADS pick time, but on the MP5 it doesn't have that much. But when it comes to the assault rifle, it has a higher damage potential, whereas the MP5 has a good amount of fire rate. But it's up to the people preference on what kind of guns that they would like to use in long or short range. But enough of that. Let's just get back into the game. As Kibash, he's going to be running out to check whether if there's any operator playing on utility. No, he does not. So it should be clear for him. All he has to do is to just head in and just possibly just be careful on the exact location on where Board Vayo is playing, because that's more where a lot of choke points would come in, the statuary room and the side. But looks like Board Vayo, he wants to be aggressive, sees Nomad, he will be able to tag quite a lot of damage, and he will get it, eliminating Kibashi. An early frag, whips out the pistol, he's going to tag a lot of damage to Leo, but won't be able to get the kill just in time. Now that, with that heavy aggression, that would cost a lot of time being wasted here on the side of Felix Esports. They had absolutely zero idea on how that aggressiveness came in, and with a lot of manpower, as well as the damage being taken from the side of Leo, won't be able to see the pulse from the stairs. My. Wow, you did not I did not expect to see that coming here, ladies and gentlemen. Exterminate with some extreme aggressive plays here takes out two of the important operators. Make that a 3. I just cannot believe what I just saw right there. SMG 11 long range right from the trophy room right through to the roof window. What is happening here? Already 3 kills gone, which leads to Venatus and King Arthur all by themselves. What just happened for the past 1 minute here? I just cannot believe Team Exterminate is getting those important frag kills here. And Board Vayo, he's going to get another one, eliminating King Arthur. This might be a flawless round here, and it all down to Venatus, but he's just going to eliminate Skullx, making that flawless round. Not going to make that happen. But here comes the C4 from Maddie. Will it connect? No, it does not. Sprinting in with the SMG-11, pushes in, will be able to down the Zofia and confirm the kill. And just like that, Exterminate with some extreme plays. They're going to win round 5 on second floor trophy room. Let's take a look at that in Fabernet's instant replay. What was that? I just cannot expect to see some great plays coming in from Team Exterminate. One with the aggression from Melusi while he was trying to push in from the master bedroom. Next thing you know, Pulse was right from the basement. And the third, the SMG-11 right from the trophy room to the roof window. My goodness.
An absolutely fantastic round coming out from Exterminate Esports. Unfortunately for them, it wasn't quite as flawless as they would have liked for it to be. However, it's just one body dropped versus 5 of Fearless Esports' operators being taken off the board. With that being said, it is, of course, round 6, the last round before roll swap, and we're here on second floor Aviator Games Room, AVG as I like to call it, is going to be in play. And we've got the fairly standard setup. Once again, I say standard setup a lot, but it's pretty much the most common setup. That's why I even say that to begin with. But semantics aside, we've got deployable cam on the Jaeger. That's a first. I think we usually see Jaegers with barbed wire, but a deployable cam wouldn't exactly hurt, given that it's a lot of intel that's being traded for a piece of a semi-bulletproof utility, of course. As in the meanwhile, Mute Jammers are going to be put down all over the map by Maddie. I think we saw him put one down all the way towards Trophy Room already. So there's going to be some emphasis towards the other end of the map, as there should be, as it's worked out for Exterminate quite well. Those roamers in odd situations and odd places, seems right there. And yeah, just overall should be fantastic to see if, should be interesting to see if their roam plan works out. Again, Leo in the meanwhile, he was fantastic in the last match for Fearless Esports. This match, he hasn't exactly had the most stellar of starts. Of course, we're looking at this from a post-rehost of round 4. So, he hasn't had the best 2 rounds so far. Hopefully, he'll be able to rectify that going forward as he's being droned in by his teammates right now. Fearless, they can rely on their droning for sure, but their execute needs work so far, as unfortunately for them, Exterminate has been able to latch on and counter every single execute they've gone for so far. Leo, he's careful of that angle from that second floor balcony area right there, the trophy and statutory overhanging balconies, I guess. Right there. King Arthur, in the meanwhile, drops into Mudroom. 2 players, 2 attackers on first floor right now from the side of Fearless. They are making sure that their roam clear goes through flawlessly, but so far they haven't found anybody from the side of the defense. Well, my Magnus is starting to catch flashbangs. That's from the main stairs right there. Unfortunately, Ash seems to have flashed herself temporarily, and that's a little unfortunate, but there we go. Shots are being fired, breaching charges are being deployed left, right, and center, but still no bodies have been dropped. No bodies have been found to be dropped just yet, as Venetaus has pushed up. He's almost on 90. He's on that Fox window entrance, joined by Leo, watching that cross, of course, and there we go. Leo's going to push up first. He sees that, I believe that was a proximity alarm, but that's going to be taken off the board. The ace comes in for the summer breaches. That's the breach into vault being taken care of, and Fearless Esports are looking to pull off their late round execute again, as King Arthur's going to find Maddie. That's a big one to begin with, as the mute is off the board, but now there's somebody inside of vault. They're going to have to be careful. As, oh, there goes Skullex, and there's the Jaeger inside of vault as well. King Arthur has been downed, and now it's an equalized scoreline between both of these teams. Not looking too great, but not looking completely unsalvageable either. 4 versus 4 with 20 seconds remaining. They need to get in. They need to get the plant off. And there goes the Jaeger. A big drop from Kibashi as more bodies are being dropped. Kibashi himself has been traded in. C4 comes in. Will it find him? Yes, it does. That's Borveo with a double. There goes another one. Leo is down. Pazu's going for the plant, but he won't be able to. He's the last one to fall. And Exterminate Esports are going to hold on, and round 6 goes to them, as Fearless Esports, unfortunately, are falling apart. Exterminate knows, as we can see in the Act Fibernet instant replay right here, that Fearless likes to hold on until they can go for a late round execute, and they are punishing them exactly for that every single round so far. And that beautiful C4 from Borveo, beautifully done. That's twice on that angle with that C4, excuse me, right there, that they have been able to finish off the round for their team. And now Fearless Esports are going to be defending while Exterminate are attacking. They're bringing in the Montaigne, and round 7 is going to see Aviator and Games Room be played once again.
Well, since we're going to be seeing the roll swap, it is going to be interesting on how Team Exterminate is going to perform well on attack. Keep that in mind that it is round 7. 4-2 is the score line with Team Exterminate having the upper hand. With Felix Esports, all they have to do is get the, just equalize the round yet again. It shouldn't be that much of a problem. But the only problem is, since Team Exterminate has been performing oh so damn well, especially with Maddie, with the Melusi plays, using the C4 twice in a row to win those specific roundouts, especially when the attackers were trying to go for the plan. Didn't quite work out quite well for around like 2 matches in a row. And with that, round 7, we're going to be seeing a lot of pressure being induced on the side of Felix Esports. Will they be able to get it in round 7? Well, we'll actually get to know it in the action phase, which is going to start right about now. We're going to be seeing, just like how Jack said, we are going to be seeing a Montaigne being played. That would be Bordweo playing as the Montaigne. Also, quite interestingly, a Gridlock being used. Even though they did have a Nomad, Gridlock with her F90, assault rifle, as well as the track stringers, would prove to be quite useful. For if there is any specific defender who was trying to roam in. Looks like Felix Esports won't be able to have a roamer roaming in, except the Jaeger, in which King Arthur is playing from that exactly angle on. That would be on the Astronomy, and one more on the Master Bedroom. That would be Leo, who's playing as the Bandit. The GSG9 brothers always, covering for themselves, hoping to make sure that they would get those important kills as best as they can, make sure that they would win at the right amount of moments here. Goyo Shield being placed on the red stairs, quite interestingly, but not a sight of ADS is being placed right around there. You just have to worry about it. No, man, there is, one of the ADS is being placed from the reading room, as Maddie will do his job, throwing his Selma breaches, which would show from the vault. A nade coming in, I believe, to take out the Maestro's Evil Eye Cams. No, there isn't any Maestro's Evil Eye Cams. I believe that would be the Melusi's Banshee deterrent to take out the slow effect. And keep that in mind, that would be one utility being taken out. I believe Skylex has one more of those frag grenades to hopefully use that to get those important kills. This game playing as the Zofia. She is going to vault in, joining with MBK and Maddie, making sure that since they've opened up and gained the control on reading room, all they have to do is get control on the site, in which it is a very difficult site, but he will make it easy. MBK is going to make it very easier, eliminating when it is gaining the control of the stairs, which should give access for Team Exterminate to go to the site. All they have to do is plan, see the head, he's going to eliminate one, but an instant frag comes in, and that would be the Melusi. Kibashi eliminating Montaigne at the wrong moment. If he would have eliminated Montaigne at that specific moment, he could have saved the life. But unfortunately, he could not. But look on the bright side, they still have the diffuser being on the site. It will be very difficult for the attackers. Now, they have the control on the diffuser, but doesn't know exactly where the location is in which Bandit is playing on. He has the C4. All he has to do is to push in for the right moment. He actually sees the diffuser. He's going to eliminate one, which would force the other operators to push in. A lot of damage being thrown. What is that flick from Leo as he eliminates Kalex, which is to only the one operator remaining. That would be MBK. It's going to be, I don't think he'll be able to pick up. No, he does not. Kibashi with the confirmation as he eliminates MBK, which leads to this game playing as Zofia. Only operator remaining, the Melusi gadget, will be able to detect exactly where his location is, as Kibashi will be there to eliminate this game. Felix winning round 7 on defense with an incredible flicks. None other than Leo. What a flick to instantly eliminate 2 of the important operators, which would give them the win that they need. Let's take a look at that in Nat Fabrinet's instant replay. My goodness, that was an adrenaline rush coming in on the side of Team Felix Esports. They need one more point to equalize against them, and they are also very close on doing it.
Absolutely, very close on that indeed. Felix Esports, what a beautiful round coming out from them. What a beautiful round coming out from Leo. I was talking about him just a couple rounds ago, as he hasn't had the best start per se. It's looking a little better with those 2 beautiful kills. Couldn't confirm on the Zofia, of course, and we saw this game, pick himself back up with the withstand on Zofia. But unfortunately for him, the HP count on that is a little too low for to take a lot of gunfights, and you have to be very good with Zofia's guns to be able to make a clutch in that situation, and handling that much pressure is, unfortunately turned out to be a little much for this game. And that's why the Sophia was taken off the board, and that's why we're seeing Fearless Esports 1 round away from equalizing against Exterminate. Exterminate, they need to cover up on those mistakes. The Montaigne, sure, he had an easy shot on one of the defenders, but taking it, I'm not sure was the best idea, shall we say. And at the same time, you know, Ace going for the plant, just randomly, out of nowhere, Maddie decided to say, hey, Montaigne's shield is stuck against the table. Why not try and go for the plant? But didn't exactly work for him, as we saw right there. Leo shut him down before he could do any more with that. So a couple of big mistakes right there, especially with dropping the diffuser inside a site for the defenders to take advantage of. That is the one thing that Exterminate will be looking at and trying to rectify as we move forward with this match. There's a big emphasis on this push going down the 90 hallway from the looks of things, as Exterminate with the Montaigne is slowly making their way through each and every room of AVG, taking out the cams and making sure there are no rotates or, you know, suspicious defenders sitting inside of this area. Haven't found anybody yet, but will he see? No, he won't, because that defender's on the other side of the reinforced wall right there. That's a glue mine, however. And Veo's gonna have to pull back if he wants to take that out. And there we go. Glue mine is gone. And hopefully that's only a little bit of HP that will stay gone from Veo's health pool. Seeing as the attackers don't have any healers, of course, looking at Finka, she's not in play right now. So Veo's is gonna have to play with what he has. Meanwhile, there's a Gridlock who's pushed up on the main stairs. Does he not know where Leo is playing? The drone missed him. Did the second drone miss him as well? No way! It has! Leo, he's gonna get what he does! The Gridlock falls. MBK susceptible to some unfortunate droning, not checking your corners. Exterminate, what was that? But there goes Pazu in the meanwhile to equalize the man count right there. And the Montaigne looks like the diffuser's been dropped right next to him, as the diffuser needs to be picked up. Of course, shots are being fired. Kibash, he will take one. Pistols out instantly. He wants to make sure that he can reload, however, in the cover that he has for himself, as the sledge is not going to push in. Skullex is afraid of being taken apart from anybody peeking from the site itself, but he has to worry about Leo again, who is now below. The man managed to make a very sneaky play earlier, and now is looking to play another sneaky role right now, going for a potential flank. Maybe, but pings are coming out. He could go for a C4 from below, completely obliterate the Montaigne. But the Montaigne's moving around a lot, and that C4 is not in the correct place. Doesn't look like it. He's going to retract it, and he's got to hold on to it. Wait for his teammates to give him more concrete information before he goes for that. Shots are going to be fired in the meanwhile towards the hallway. Fox window entry, but King Arthur's going to take a lot of damage consecutively off of that as well. Venetaus inside the statuary is trying to find somebody, but Skullex is the one going for the plant. Will there be C4? Yes, there will, but it won't find him. And it looks like it's going to be a post-plant situation for the side of Exterminate. Venetaus is going to find Maddie. There goes the sledge as well. Suddenly it's all down to no one. The Montaigne has fallen. And ladies and gentlemen, Fearless Esports on the defense are bringing in the heat. Exterminate are not able to reply. 2 rounds back to back, as we'll get to see it in the Act 5 and an instant replay right here. Oh, what a beautiful play from the side of Fearless. 2 rounds in a row, as they will take second floor trophy on defense as well. And oh my, what a beautiful round that started with some faulty droning. I know that sounds a little harsh, ladies and gentlemen, but there's really nothing else I can say. And yeah, Exterminator are gonna have to pick up their drone game. They need to check their corners if they want to continue winning. The Montaigne is one thing, but if you're gonna drone somebody in without checking all your corners, then my friend, I have almost nothing left to say. Anyway, with all that being said, first floor dining is going to be the site of choice, and round 9 is in play with the equalized 4-4 count.
Defenders, protect your bombs
Well,
from being
4-4,
used
we
by
did not expect to see that coming. Fearless Esports giving it all they've got, thanks to Leo with his impressive plays that we actually get to see it twice in a row playing as the Bandit. We actually did not expect to see Leo with that incredible... We actually did see Leo with the incredible frick when they were defending on AVG, and then second when they were defending on second floor trophy room. Well, since it is round 9 and the score is equalized, will you be able to see the same thing yet again? Or will Team Exterminate make some wonders here? Also, this time it's going to be Maddie who's going to be playing as the Montaigne. So it actually did quite worked out well. We actually did see Leo who was about to, rotate back to the red strays, but he could not because there was a gridlocks, track stringers being present there. So for even if he tried to go for a push, he would eventually take a lot of damage, and it would, however, compromise his location. So he actually decided not to go for it and decides to go for a C4 play, in which it did not work out quite well for his favor here. Skullex doing the same thing yet again, repelling. It's not the same thing, he's just repelling in, going for the pre-fire, almost gets the head of the Jaeger. Unfortunately, King Arthur, he was lucky enough to even be there in the first place. Well, since the site is on first floor dining room, it would prove to be quite difficult for Team Felix Esports to get a control of the site, especially if they get the control on laundry room. Oh, another retaliation back to King Arthur as he tries to eliminate Ash. She's going to position herself, doing the inverted rappel, hoping to take out any operators being present here. She's going to be throwing her flashbangs to exhaust the Jaeger's ADSs, followed up with the Ash's breaching charge to eliminate Melusi's Banshee's deterrent. Well, two of those players, Skullex and MBK, will be able to push in from the master bedroom with the enough amount of breach charges, or I would say the super shotgun that Gridlock has. She can be able to open up lines of sight to provide and get some important kills on where exactly the defender's location is going to be. And here comes another second Ash's breaching charges to open up lines of sight. As I was talking about it, here comes the push yet again, and this time it is Maddie pushing in. King Arthur almost finds the head, but doesn't have enough amount of damage here. The Jaeger, who was apparently trying to melee the Montaigne, unfortunately it doesn't work out that way. And with that, taking out the Banshee's deterrent would be having a lot of problems here. But look at that, the C4 is going to send the Montaigne fly away. With the diffuser being down, with the attackers having no exact idea where that C4 is coming from, but Boardway will be there to eliminate the C4 player. That would be Kibayashi. But doesn't know where exactly the Jaeger's control is, as this game eliminates Venatus, giving the opportunity for Team Exterminate going for the plant. But really be careful on Pazu, playing also very close on first floor kitchen. It's going to be a number of moments here when he finds exactly where his head is. Doesn't actually see the another one pushing in from the kitchen. Actually sees the head, doesn't go for the connect. He will down the ace instead, gets the confirmation, but here comes the instant trade right from above and below, as Skullex will be there to take out Pazu. An instant trade comes in from the Jaeger as the attackers only have 23 seconds left. The Sophia eliminating Leo, which would lead King Arthur all by himself. He has the diffuser in hand. All they have to do is play the time. 15 seconds left. Sophia goes for the push in, gets the diffuser in hand. All he has to do is go for the plant. He will eventually do that. King Arthur, he has to really be careful because he exactly doesn't know the exact location on where he is, but MBK will be there to shut King Arthur down, giving Exterminate the round win on round 9, first floor dining room. Oh my, that was a close match. Even though with the mute, with the SMG play, downing the ace, it didn't quite work out well in his favor. Round 9, first floor dining going in the favor of Team Exterminate. As we proceed to round 10, second floor aviator room is going to be the site.
Second floor aviator is going to be the side of choice, and oh boy, it looks like there is Rehost being called by Leo and Venatus. Okay, interestingly enough, as looks like we're going to have to go into yet another rehost, ladies and gentlemen. That's a little unfortunate. However, of course, it is 5-4 in favor of Exterminate Esports. They managed to bring back their lead. But even then, it was very, very dicey right there. Right towards the end, it could have ended in either team's favor, but it did not, because, ladies and gents, it was a fantastic little game that we got to see between both teams right there. And it could have worked out for the Jaeger right there, King Arthur, but unfortunately it didn't. He just didn't have enough wherewithal to know where the gridlock was. And the diffuser was, of course, recovered by Zofia, cheekily, might I add, on that laundry door, and finishing off with the kill on the Jaeger. That was, of course, MBK, finishing it out for Exterminate Esports. Exterminate, they have sort of, they do have had a little bit of a tough time in the last couple of rounds, but after winning round 9, regardless of how close it comes, they might be able to pull something special here. If who knows though? Who knows? That is what we are going to say as the lobby's being set up once again. And a reminder for all of our viewers that the halftime score was 4-2 in favor of Exterminate Esports, who were defending, of course. And then it has been 2 rounds for Fearless Esports on Aviator and Trophy Room. And then the recent round, round 9, Dining Room on Exterminate Esports' favor. It's been a great round, and one thing I definitely like to comment on before I let Baba take it on from here is the Montaigne, the C4 that is, that we got to see. Of course, I was muted on stream, thankfully, because I was losing it back there. Because it always is funny to me when the Montaigne just gets thrown through his shield when he gets C4 from the back. I always love to see that. I hope that never goes away, even though that probably will. Who knows? But anyway, Baba, can you give us some insights into the match that we have had so far?
Well, according to the ban phase that we've seen, Thatcher, Maverick, Mira, and Valk being banned on map Villa, we actually did see Fearless Esports on attack having a lot of problems, but still, however, they actually did successfully gain their win on round 1 second floor trophy and round 4 first floor dining room, which actually gave a lot of opportunities for them. So on round 7, we actually did, when Felix was on defense, we actually did see the Bandit making important plays, winning round 7 on second floor AVG and round 8 on second floor trophy room. And when round 9 appeared, I actually didn't know what was going to happen, because most of the time when the site is on first floor dining, which in round 9, the attackers have a lot of opportunities to get control of the site way much more quicker and get the win as best as they can. So without further ado, with the rehost finally being done, let us resume back into the matchup. Fearless Esports versus Team Exterminate in after the first half.
Absolutely. We're just waiting to make sure that everything is nice and proper in the lobby, and looks like it is, ladies and gentlemen. So we will be heading back into the game right now. Round 10, 5-4 in favor of Exterminate, who have managed to retain their lead and not give it away to Fearless Esports. We're heading back to second floor AVG once again from the side of the defense, as Fearless has unlocked that site once again, having gone trophy and dining back to back after winning that first site. Excuse me right there. And now they're going to be looking to make some plays in this round for sure. In a quick minute, round 10 is here. We're in the double digits of the rounds, something I don't think we haven't seen too much of. And that is why this particular match is going to be very interesting. Of course, more than just that, it is quite literally the last chance for both these teams, Fearless and Exterminate, to get themselves into the Division 3 spot. The final spot, the very last spot of Division 3. Which team will be joining us there when the week commences? We will find out after tonight, of course, in this very match itself. Kabash, in the meanwhile, he's playing at the Malusi once again, putting down those Banshees, one of the newest gadgets in Rainbow Six, and arguably one of the more annoying ones, as Pazu is going to take a little bit of damage from that impact grenade that was just thrown onto the wall. That is, of course, a rotation in Classical Hallway. Venethouse, curiously enough, I think he's just trying to see the melee animation when, it's supposed to hit with the butt of the gun, but it sort of just misses its target. I do that myself. I don't know why. I just like to see the animation. But anyways, coming back to the point at hand, we've got an Ash. Gonna do some vertical plays right now. Scullix is looking for it, or it could be the Zofia. It is the Zofia, in fact. And they're looking to take out any interferences, specifically the Bandit batteries, or Bandit himself, if they could, to allow the ace, that is Bordveo right here, to get his Selma breaches in. There we go, one Bandit battery later. Looks like he will be able to do that in a quick minute. Bordveo, he's going to be throwing down his summer breaches nice and quickly, as the Claymore is going to be put down on Piano Door to make sure that no flanks are possible, at least from that one angle. There we we go. Upside down repel from Scullix. Nothing too different coming out from Exterminate right now. We've seen this before from them, of course. Scullix, he really likes these upside down repels. And who knows, it might just help him get a kill as the blood rushes to his operator's head. You know what they say about being upside down. But Leo, interestingly enough, is holding the same spot that he was a couple of rounds ago when the defensive site was second floor trophy. I believe we all remember that particular round. Some top-tier droning, shall we say. I'm going to leave it at that, of course. Maddie, in the meanwhile, with the diffuser, is inside of office already. And Bordveo is going to throw in some smokes to cut off a line of sight to allow the Montaigne to push in towards hallway. There we go. Venitas has seen it, and Maddie has seen him. So he's going to pull back for the time being, and Bordveo is just covering that angle so that the Montaigne is not in any danger, but the Montaigne is in danger from inside of Games Room. Still not a lot happening. Exterminate looks like they're going to have to emphasize on a late round push right now. That smoke grenade, unfortunately, has been caught by a Wamai Magnet. And now the Montaigne is going for a plant, but he's taken so much damage, and King Arthur is going to find one more. That is the Zofia of the board. Maddie is only barely alive. As, oh boy, this is about to come crashing down on either team's heads right now. Venitas is holding hallway, still behind a shield. And the Montaigne is trying to push in. He's going to take some damage going through. Not quite. Will he be able to get the plant off? There's somebody prone right next to him. Venitas is going to go down. That's MBK with a beautiful kill. Scullix find one more. Passer is off the board. Maddie is going to go for the plant. But he's going to be found. The diffuser's been dropped. Kibash was the one to do that. MBK's dropped him instead. And Exterminate has the diffuser once again. But the plant is going off. Will there be a C4 from below? There's a high chance of it. It could come out any second now, but no, it doesn't look like it. Leo, he's gone for it, but it's too late. He will find the kill on MBK, though, but there's so many track stingers. He's taking a lot of damage here, and of course, those shots have given away his position to Bordveo. They know exactly where he's coming from, and he cannot rotate back for fear of taking even more damage. But does he know where the ace is playing? Does he know where Veo is? I don't think he does. There doesn't seem to be intel that can be given to this bandit right here, as the ace will peek, and he will shut him down. Leo falls, and Exterminate will be winning round 10, as we'll see right here on the Act Fibernet instant replay in just a second, of course. And oh, what a round coming out from both teams. It was a late round execute, very, very late indeed. And it worked just in terms of timing. Had Leo been a little quicker to get to position and had he been a little quicker to get to position and get the throw of the C4, it was only like, what, a half a second that he was late by. He would have been able to deny it. Unfortunately, he was not able to, which means Exterminate are 6-4 up on the match point now, and they are one round away from finishing it all off.
Well, finally, we're going to be seeing Exterminate winning those important points on attack. We've seen them winning on first floor dining room, and this time winning on second floor AVG, giving them the opportunity, I wouldn't say opportunity, I would say a morale boost to make sure that they would make sure that they would win as best as they can. Second floor trophy is going to be the site. And with Felis Esports, they need 2 more points to equalize the round, hopefully to put this match on overtime. I just cannot believe I just mixed up overtime and match point both at the same time. All right, never mind. Match point. Yep, as I was saying, Felis Esports needs 2 more points to make this match on overtime, whereas Exterminate, they only need 1 more win on attack. The only question is, will they be able to make it? We've actually seen quite a lot of close matches, especially Leo. You know, so you actually see quite a lot of clutch moments being seen. 3K from when he was defending on second floor AVG. This time he actually did get the C4. The only problem was he didn't get the right moment to eliminate the planter, which in fact he was forced to do a post-plant situation in which the Exterminate got the advantage of. Well, match point for them as Maddie will be playing as the Montaigne yet again, with the diffuser being on hand with him. And it's going to be a moment of time where the attackers gain control of the dining room and kitchen, making sure that they won't be able to, you know, the C4s for the defenders won't be in play for now. And Leo, he has to fall back for now. MBK playing as the gridlock. He's going to be opening up the barricades of the closet window. Just going to drone out, hopefully to find out whether if there's any operators being present, maybe on the bathrooms, and maybe on the bathrooms as well as on the master bedroom. As Leo, he's going to be doing his room work. I believe he's going to go for a long run out right from the study room, apparently to take out any operators who's holding an angle from the roof. Unfortunately, they are just holding an angle from the north side. Oh, that wasn't. That's unfortunate there on the side of Paz, as he was trying to use his Wamai's magnet to throw it out, but King Arthur, he actually finds one. Bordweo, he is out, and also the Heart Breacher won't be in play anymore, which would provide a lot of problems here. Pazu, he actually sees the head of Gridlock. All he needs to do is get the perfect timing here. But yeah, he doesn't actually want to go through that because he's actually kind of worried about the angles being placed here. Pazu being also very patient here. He actually sees the pixel angle being used from the Zofia as he tries to go for a peek. Actually sees it, doesn't actually go for it, but he actually throws another magnet. Oh no, not again! Another magnet system's being taken out from none other than Bandit's charges. Unfortunately, he has to fall back. He actually had a lot of opportunities to eliminate Gridlock, but unfortunately, he didn't get enough amount of he wasn't ready enough to eliminate them because he was worried about the other angles in which the Zofia as well as the Ash was holding angle onto. With Maddie gaining the angle, all he has to do is provide a cover for his teammates while Scarlet goes for the plant. Unfortunately, the Montaigne has to fall back, followed up with the one smoke grenade, making sure that the defenders won't be able to get one. But Benedus, oh my goodness, he's going to eliminate Scarlet instantly, giving the attackers the opportunity here as Kibashi and Pazu, both of them are establishing crossfires. Maddie with the pistol, eliminating Kibashi as another C4 comes in, downing the Montaigne, and just like that, Felix Esports just gets the control just like that. What is going on around here, ladies and gentlemen? Round 11, second floor trophy room goes to the favor of Felix Esports. What a wonderful hold, a wonderful C4 to down the Montaigne, and the Wamai was there to instantly eliminate the entire team of Team Exterminate. Let's take a look at that in Fabernet's instant replay. What was that with Team Exterminate? They only need one more point to win against Felix Esports, but they are not giving up just yet. What a play from them. What a play. Leo with an incredible C4 from below. With that, we're going to proceed to round 12. The ones to find out whether Team Exterminate is going to win against them, or will Felix Esports put this match to overtime.
The round of ones is in play, ladies and gentlemen. One round for the side of Exterminate to finish it off and call it a night with their newly secured spot in Division 3. And one round for Felix Esports to bring it home, potentially by pushing to overtime. It's all down to this. The fate of this match, the fate of the Division 3 spot, it all relies on this round. And unfortunately for King Arthur, missing drone shots like that isn't about to get him too far. But jokes aside, of course, the gravity of this situation cannot be understated, as right now Felix Esports stands on the cusp of bringing it back for themselves and putting themselves in a situation where they can win again. They've been trying it this entire time. They have been giving it their all. They've come this far. Exterminate has come this far. And it's only a little bit more, just a few more steps to the finish line for both teams. But they're gonna have to take those steps. And so far, it's not looking too good for the side of Exterminate Esports. After those last couple of rounds right there, ladies and gentlemen, going back to Trophy for Exterminate is going to be an interesting situation to be in, because they have lost the sight to Felix Esports before. Same with Trophy, but they didn't want to go to Dining, because Dining they lost in the first time they attempted it. So, you know, you don't want to make those mistakes again, as we've got Wamai Magnus being put down by, of course, Wamai. And Paz is going to have to make sure that that hallway is protected by himself and himself alone from the looks of things. He'll have to play on two sides if, of course, his defender friends fall. Droning happening from the side of Exterminate Esports. They want to make sure, they want to make sure that everything goes goes down perfectly, and that they execute towards the end of the round is uninterrupted. Leo the Bandit's batteries have been taken care of, and that means that that a Selma Breach will be coming in. There we go. That's one, and an impact trick comes out instantly to deny him. Kabash, beautifully done. Is he going to be able to do the second one? He is beautifully done. That is going to deny so much hard breach potential for the side of Exterminate. He's going to put them on the back foot immediately. That's really, really unfortunate, ladies and gentlemen. But he's still got one more Selma Breach to finish off his heart-breaching duty. However, is he going to be able to? Is he going to be able to find heads? That is what we're looking at. Board Veo, he's got the Montaigne for support, taking out those ADSs. I don't think those ADSs are put to too much use either. Shots are being fired. In the meanwhile, Skullex has not taken damage from the 90 hallway defender, but there goes Venetaus. But this game, he's going to be refragged onto instantly by Leo. That's the Bandit taking charge of things on 90 hallway. Not quite. King Arthur is still in that area as well. However, 4 versus 4 with 40 seconds remaining, this is about to be one more time where everything comes crashing down like we saw in the last round, potentially. Maddox trying to push into Games Room. Kibash is holding it down, but he's got a breach to worry about. King Arthur's coming around to 90. He hears the rappel. Will he find the head? No, he won't. He'll be found instead, as that is a kill confirmed by Board Veo with the AK-12. There goes another one. Pazu is down. It's a 2v4 now. Kibash, will his feet be exposed? Yes, it will. He goes down. It's all down to the last defender, Leo, who will drop as well. Exterminate Esports come back, making sure that the loss in momentum, well, the momentum in and of itself is not lost entirely, and they will be the ones to finish off the match by winning round 12. 7-5 to them. And those who wanted to see overtime, well, unfortunately, I've got bad news. Exterminate Esports will not be allowing overtime tonight. And after a long journey and through so many teams in the qualifiers, they are the ones to secure the final spot in Division 3 tonight. And that is going to put them up in the division stages that we will go into in a couple of days, ladies and gentlemen. Once, of course, the scheduling and everything has been figured out. But congratulations to Exterminate Esports. They are your final Division 3 team. And unfortunately, we'll be saying good night to Fearless Esports, ladies and gentlemen. They are not going to make it to Division 3 today. It's a little disheartening for them, I am sure. However, they're going to have to work on their plays a little bit more if they want to have a chance in the Season 2 qualifiers. Next season, of course. But regardless, a fantastic game that we got to see, that we'll see the highlights of in just a quick second in the Relive the Moment. What a game indeed, and Relive the Moment is live on your screens right now, of course. Baba, take us through them.
Well, Jack, on the first half, we actually did see Exterminate with a well-placed defense rounds. They did, however, lost on first floor, on first round, second floor trophy, where Felix Esports performed really well on attack, especially with that ace, the hip fire that we did not expect to see it coming. And then on round 4, when they were defending on first floor dining, I was Exterminate on first floor dining room. It didn't quite work out.
Oh dear, that's a little unfortunate. Looks like Baba Gusta has had an internet disconnection from the looks of things. It's all over the place today. We do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. However, the highlights, of course, must go on as, yeah, we can see, like, beautiful game from both teams. Really, a lot of rounds came, you know, like, super close, super close indeed, as we get to see from the highlights that are happening on screen right now. And as far as I'm hearing, Foxy wants to step in and talk about the game a little bit. So Foxy, take it away.
I would just want to, you know, give a huge round of applause to Fearless Esports. They tried their best. They knew exactly what they are trying to do. I feel like what happened to LACON is a little too much of their prep. Like, they prepped a little too much and did not leave any time for execution. That's not the way you play Rainbow Six Siege. You've got to make sure that you at least have some time left on yourselves, and that was a huge problem for Fearless Esports that they could not solve when they happened to be on attack. We did see a quick turnaround coming in defense, but they already lost the disadvantage to what Exterminate Esports were quick to realize. They understood that, all right, we get aggressive here. They are not going to be able to do this because they are mostly spending their time on the drones. Might as well get aggressive. Might as well get those kills. And they did exactly that. There's a huge play coming in from them, and I hope I'll get to see Felis Esports in the season 2 of the Pro League. But right now, it's going to be all celebrations and all happy faces for Exterminate Esports because they are the ones who have qualified in the phase 3 of the qualifiers and getting the final spot in Division 3. Huge boasting rights that they have for themselves now, and I cannot wait to watch them perform in the league stages. And that is in fact the summary of what just went down in this match. And boy oh boy, today was a treat towards the matches, to even what you guys casted. It was just amazing. All these teams had at it. It was Exterminate Esports in the end to survive and take the final spot, becoming the champion in the phase 3 brackets. That being said, Blackjack, right back to you.
Thank you for that, Foxy. Indeed, it was a fantastic set of games today. A fantastic qualifiers that I have had the privilege to cast, and I would like to give a massive round of applause to all the teams that have played, all 93 teams that we have had in the qualifiers. It was amazing to see them play. It was amazing to see their progress through the qualifier week. Unfortunately, we can only have so many teams in the division stages, ladies and gentlemen, and that is why right now, the match that has ended has resulted in the final team that could have won, gone into the Division 3 has gone in. It's all been done. It's all over. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, we are done with the qualifiers phase, nice and quickly, just making sure that all of our viewers have a good idea of what went down in the match. The highlights, these highlights are worth watching, if I'll be honest, 100%. These are some beautiful highlights that were captured in this match. It was amazing. And as always, the matches at the Esports Club, the previous league, this league, just in this 1 week, have managed to surprise me in a multitude of ways. Competitive Rainbow Six continues to do that as we continue on the journey of this game's lifespan. And just some of the things, some things that both Felis Esports and Exterminate need to work on, of course, is their droning and their placement of intel, both on defense and offense, because some executes that they made, for instance, the last one that we got to see, the Bandit, unfortunately, no intel devices remained for the side of the defenders. And then, of course, this smoke plant denial that happened. It was just down to intel not being where it should have been. But unfortunately, of course, that means the match has ended. And as we move on to the last highlight, unfortunately, we will also not be coming back to our faces, as we'll be ending the match right as soon as this finishes. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for the qualifier stages, and we will be back with divisions starting Tuesday. Of course, the division tables will be released over the course of Monday as we go along, and we will see you all on Tuesday next week. Stay tuned and good night.